Wait, you should still screen share. That way I can see what you're like referencing and stuff. And then if that way, if you watch a video or something, I can see it in like real time. We can both like discuss it. Yeah. I got actually some songs in queue, or that I want to put in queue. I want to put some, and you'll like this too. I feel like this is my idea. I want to show you.
Hit me with it, dude.
I want to do some ambient Skyrim background music, some ambient, you know, like Oblivion stuff in the background while we just like discuss.
Heck yeah,
you know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
Hold on, I have some liked videos that are like pretty lengthy background music ones. How do I go into my liked shit on YouTube?
There we go. Oh yeah, here's that music.
Damn it, that one didn't work.
F, dude. It's good. It's good ambiance. Yeah, dude, I can't wait for the what's it called to come in. That adapter I need for the mic stand. It's gonna be sweet.
Oh yeah.
All right, what were we saying? Danger Boys podcast logo.
God damn it, dude. Anyway,
I don't know. What color do you want to represent the podcast? What do you want to be the primary color? Whenever people think of our podcast, what color do you want them to think of?
Orange.
I thought
orange is pretty solid
I
color.
thought the exact same thing, dude. Orange as well. It's
Danger
nice.
Boys.
If I look at you on stream OBS, I'm looking at your face on stream too, so like it works out perfect. I'm like making eye contact with you right now, but like we're not like actually making eye contact. It's amazing.
God damn it, Adobe Genuine Software, get out of here.
Yeah, I was thinking orange as well. That definitely. I was thinking maybe like an orange D with like a black like outline, maybe with like a B inside. Like, can you do maybe like a backwards B? Like do like
Wait,
D
okay,
and
I'm
B
sorry.
touching.
D and a B inside within each other?
Yeah, or like a D and a B like touching asses. I don't know. Like do like a backwards.
Like a
D.
dick and balls.
Like a dick and balls. Oh, turn the B sideways, and then put the D in the crack of the B. That's the move right there, dude. That's the move.
Right there, dude. That's what I'm saying.
New. Save.
What size should I make the like? Should I make it like a rectangular picture? Should I make it like an icon, like square picture for an avatar? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think avatar picture first. And then like.
All right, I'll make it like, 12,000 by like 12,000. I mean 1,200.
Like that, but like actually good. like that, but actually good. Or do the D vertical. Do the D.
Here, pull my shared screen over real quick and show the stream.
Okay.
I know what my idea is. This is my idea.
Let me see.
All right, let's make this black real quick.
Here we go.
Get this,
Yes. Let's see what Mikkel.
get the
I
pen
shouldn't even
forward
try
here.
on art. TV's the dude, or Mikkel's the dude though.
It's a lot better. All right. Here's my idea. Right, you put the D.
Yeah.
Right there, like that. Right.
Yep.
And you put the B backwards.
Oh, I
like
see.
that. You see what I'm saying, bro?
Yes.
It's like a little, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Danger Boys. That's
Danger
it
Boys.
right there, bro. It's gotta be.
That's the move, bro.
Bro, I'm actually keeping this one for our first one, just to like,
Hell yeah.
just as it's gotta be like our little fucking. I don't know. I think it's funny as fuck.
It is, dude. Like, cause
Could
that's
be,
gonna
like,
be a
our
thing,
brand.
bro. Like, remember whenever Danger Boys had that shitty ass fucking like. It actually reminds me of like graffiti, to be honest with you. Like that's graffiti art
Yeah,
right
like
there.
just like a quick little
Actually,
like,
hold up.
brush up.
Hold up, look at it.
This is art, bro.
Yeah,
I
no,
gotta
no, no, no.
sign it.
Look, look, look. The D is a hat. The B is glasses, bro. Do you see it? Like if you had a
Yeah,
nose
dude.
there where like where the B is, bro. That's a guy wearing glasses too, bro. Like, yes, bro. Yes, swear. This art has layers, bro. It's layers. Dude, fucking FedEx. FedEx has the secret like logo, bro, like on the inside, like the arrow that isn't supposed to be there, but it is there, like
Yeah.
dude. See, that's what I'm talking about, people. Mikkel is just a wizard at this stuff. Like, you saw my artist interpretation of what D and B should be. Like, let's just do a quick little comparison here, because, like, that's amazing. Oh, God, I don't know what's Photoshop and, like, what. Yeah, look at mine compared to his. Look at mine. Can see, bro. This is what
I
being
mean,
an
it's
artist
just like
is.
the way Photoshop
No.
it looks.
No, this is
Photoshop
what
definitely.
this is what being an artist looks like, bro. Look, you kidding me, bro? Like that line isn't even fucking straight. Like you're like, look at that perfect fucking like dip down line you fucking did there. Like I can't do that, bro. Like that one's kind of alright, but like not like yours, bro. You did that first try. Like don't even at me. Don't save. Get out of here. That's garbage. Bro, honestly, that like if you put that up on a wall, like that could be in an art gallery. Like not because it's you, but like if you did like other art, like if you were known as an artist, like that could sell, bro. I swear to you. That's like some highfalutin fucking art right there. You'd have to make it part of a series though. Like it'd have to be like a series of like art collections. Like letters that look like faces. See, that's my thing with art, bro. Like that always, I don't know, it's a lot of work in art.
There, I just needed to make it so I can take the
image, the signature off.
signature out if I needed to.
Like, hold up, bro. I got that Andy Reid, or not Andy Reid. What's his name? Andy Warhol. I'm gonna show you that. Like, tell me this isn't the same thing. Like, this is of a banana, and yours is of a fucking D and a B. Like, tell me how that's any different. Look at that. Even, like, the same, like, white background. Like, same, like, signature in the bottom corner, bro. Like, you might just be Andy Warhol, bro. And, like, I'm not even saying, like, I'm saying, like, kind of, like, a little half joking, but, like, at the same time, though, like, I honestly think, like, I'd put that on my wall. I'd do that. I'd put it in a frame. I'd put it on the wall.
Oh, dude, I'd put it on my wall as like a joke. Like it's definitely a funny,
Swear, it's
funny art piece.
for sure, dude. It's a great fucking story too. You know, like how you came up with it, and like why you came up with it, and like, yeah, that's awesome, dude. This was definitely a better idea. So, for anybody wondering, this is our attempt at making a podcast. We tried doing it in a Discord, just talking, and we weren't organized enough. We had like 30 minutes of like raw us talking, but like I said, we weren't great at it.
Oh my god, come on.
I just see.
Sorry,
I
fighting
just,
with my computer.
I just see on the Discord, bro, like the screen getting dragged back and
The
forth.
window like would not go
Right.
over to the other screen.
Right. Yeah, we had troubles with it because like we tried like screen sharing and like we were just like, you know what, Twitch automatically just saves what we're doing. So like, why don't we just do it this way? Like, why don't we just record a podcast by like being live on Twitch? And so I'm glad we're doing it this way. So this VOD is gonna go up on YouTube.com, and if you're watching the VOD right now or the YouTube upload, you can catch us live on Twitch. We don't have a schedule yet. You know, this is pure. We're just beginning, trying to figure everything out. But I think this is gonna be a lot of fun doing this. And we'll be able to, you know, maybe play games every once in a while, you know, or you know, just do something different on the podcast, something you don't get anywhere else. You know what I mean? Because like that's something with like podcasts it's nice because you can always listen to it like in the car, but like, you know, we want to add something else. We want to, you know, because everyone just sits down and just talks. You know what I mean? Like we want to talk, but also have, you know, other reasons to be here as well. You know, a reason to watch us. other than just for just talking, because like I said, you can kind of get that anywhere. But yeah, so Mikkel, you seen any interesting movies recently? Any good movies?
Not lately. I mean, I've seen that Hubie Halloween shit. It was alright.
Yeah, what was it? I've never heard of that.
The Adam Sandler movie, Hubie Dubois.
No, I haven't. I haven't
Really?
seen
You
it,
haven't
yeah.
seen it? It's on Netflix. It's like the main page right now, I think. I mean, I
Really?
guess everybody's Netflix is different, but
Right.
but yeah, it's like the new Halloween Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on it. Yeah, I can't believe I completely missed it. Because I know I missed Uncut Gems. I missed Uncut Gems.
Yeah,
So
Uncut Gems was
good. Yeah,
a wild ride.
we talked about this earlier when we recorded this the first time. So
Yeah.
and we can go into it again. No issue. We had a good talk about it. So I remember you saying that the movie was very nervy. Like it made you very nervous
Yeah,
and
it definitely
anxious.
gives you like anxiety throughout the entire like it's like a roller coaster. You know,
Right.
you're watching it and then it kind of calms down a little bit and then it's fucking you're like you want shit to happen a certain way and it's just not happening the way you want it to in the movie and it almost makes you mad watching it.
Hmm.
But yeah, like you're like, man, if I was in that position, like why, you know what I mean? Like
Right. Where if I was there, I had the exact same thing, but on Full House of all TV shows. I watch Full House and I get anxious. Like DJ will come home with a problem and I'm just yelling at my TV, DJ, this is how you solve your fucking problem. Like just do it like this. And then they never do. And then at the end, the problem gets resolved and I'm like, you guys could have done this in 2 seconds. Like this wasn't even a fucking issue. And like
yeah.
I'm upset with myself that I'm getting so upset at a kids TV show from like the 80s and 90s. But like at the same time though, I feel that I'm justified, right? Like I want shit to happen and it's not happening the way I want it to. But back to Uncut Gems. Without spoiling the movie, can you explain why it gets anxious? Is it like the writing? Is there like music in the background like during the scene like making it all tense, or like what makes it so tense besides like just the what's happening in the plot?
So I'll tell you this. This was not a spoiler.
Okay.
Adam Sandler is actually like a really fucking his acting skills really fucking show throughout this movie. But he's got like a problem with gambling.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell it's bad. I mean, you think he has a handle on it because of the way he like you'll tell whenever you watch it, like the way his attitude is. But I don't know, like you'll see that it's just ridiculous. Yeah, you can see in the cover, like,
Right.
you know, there's a problem.
For
Like
sure.
you can tell.
For sure.
Like and your anxiety is just like, you know, he obviously is getting himself into trouble.
Even
He's
this
not-
picture
things aren't
right here, this makes me feel anxious. Like Adam Sandler has his hands up, like, hey man, like he's smiling, like he's handling the situation, but this dude's just taking none
Right.
of it, and you can see how much bigger he is. Is that Ron Artest? There's a
The
basketball.
guy who
Yeah, there's a basketball player in this movie, right?
it's actually the guy on the left.
This guy,
What's his name? Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett. Wait, left? This guy, tall guy.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's Kevin Garnett. I didn't know. I couldn't remember if it was Ron Artest or Kevin Garnett in this movie. But you could just tell how much bigger he is than Adam Sandler. You know what I mean? Like clearly there's a problem here. You know what I mean? Clearly there's something going on. But
Yeah.
but I didn't know, like you said, like it's like the way the characters like dialogue is, like it.
Just the way everything is going, like you can't tell. It's one of them things, you know, you can't tell. Does he really know what he's doing? Does he really know what he's talking about, or is it a problem? It's a wild ride throughout the movie. You're in for, you know, you don't know what's going on in his head. Does he have a grip on it? Does he know what's gonna happen later on? Does he know, like, you know, or is he just telling everybody what he wants to hear? Like it's one of them things.
For sure.
Like you'll have anxiety throughout the entire movie.
Actually, I just had a thought in my head about that. Like, because you were talking about, does Adam Sandler's character actually have a plan? Like, is he going to figure it out, or is he just winging it? And I was thinking about Fight Club, I think Fight Club would be really interesting from a third person perspective, not from the narrator, right? So we see the whole movie and the whole book through the eyes of the narrator and not Tyler Durden. I think if we saw it from like Marla's perspective, where like we know that, or like if we knew that there was something wrong with Tyler Durden or with the narrator from the very beginning, and you went through the whole movie wondering, is he ever going to figure out that it's two different people, like seeing how that works, like, or even not telling us but showing us the whole movie. So like instead of just staying with the narrator, we were also with Tyler Durden. Like at the start of the movie, like it's just the narrator, and then he meets Tyler Durden, and then we follow Tyler Durden around, not just the narrator. I think that'd be a really interesting movie. It makes me want to write a script for it, but like I'm not that good, you know what I mean? Like that's not my job is to come up with that idea, and then someone else's job is to write that, because that's beyond me. But I think it'd be really cool, like to see, because like, the way you're saying it, you know what I mean? Like, can he figure it out? Because that's the same thing with what's the movie called? It's on Netflix. Dude with a voice. Daniel Day-Lewis is in it. There Will Be Blood. Will Be Blood. You ever seen There Will Be Blood?
I think I've seen it a long ass time ago.
It's a very, very long movie, but it's on Netflix, and you haven't seen it, watch it. There's a part in the movie where you'll know you can stop it and come back. So it's a very slow beginning, and then there's a very rupture. I mean, you see this thing's on fire, right? So clearly things do not go well, and then it kind of stops off again, and then it comes back. So like you can stop it at a certain point. I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour movie. Like it's a long movie, but it's worth the watch. Daniel Day-Lewis gives probably one of the greatest performances of all time. Like there's a YouTube video. Let me pull it up. Voice in movies. I can't remember exactly who it is. Yes, now you see it. This guy is amazing. I'll pull it up.
Let me give you an image. It's a cliche, but it's an image. John Wayne.
Oh, God. Couldn't we start with someone easier?
Let me ask you a question. Has John Wayne ever been at a loss of words? Seriously, go.
Yes. Again, people, we are figuring this out, so just bear with us while we figure things out.
Can you end your whenever you play a video, can you stream the browser instead of your screen?
Yes.
And then you'll have to, I don't know, it'll probably be a tedious thing.
No,
but you might have to, like,
no, that's not bad at all.
just so I can get audio, because
sure.
I can't hear it through.
For sure.
All right. Sorry for the
No, it's cool.
inconvenience.
I'm just gonna leave your stream. I'm going to not turn on camera. Change window.
And then your Chrome window. Bet.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
Hit play real
always.
quick.
I'm not gonna go full screen. Just because I want to make sure that you guys always see the channel name.
Yeah.
Always good for and I'm not gonna show all of his videos, right? I mean, he has so many great, and every frame of painting too. These guys, now you see it in every frame of painting. Go subscribe to them on YouTube and watch all their videos, because they're just if you want to know anything about film, these are the guys to go to. Also history buffs, if you want to learn about history and movies. But okay, here we go.
I've seen a couple of their videos.
Oh, that's fantastic. But yeah,
Go watch your favorite John Wayne classic and pay attention to how
can you hear me? I hear
Yeah, perfect.
he
Awesome.
speaks. Over his 40-year career, regardless of his age, character, or mood, he almost always talks with the same iconic masculine confidence and control. He always has the right thing to say in as few words as possible.
I hope you die. That'll be the day.
Even when he's angry, he's not really angry. He never loses his cool. He never stammers, screams, or even improvises.
I haven't lost my temper in 40 years. But Pilgrim, you caused a lot of trouble this morning. Might have got somebody killed. And somebody ought to belt you in the mouth.
Even at his worst, he doesn't lose that cool John Wayne presence. And there's actually something amazing about that ability. And I'm not saying this makes him a bad actor. Actually, many studio Hollywood actors had a limited vocal range. Whether Humphrey Bogart was a private investigator,
He actually did shoot Thursby and Jacoby, didn't he?
a nightclub owner,
Where I'm going, you can't follow. What I've got to do, you can't be any part of.
or even an Irishman,
I was hoping that maybe in the state of mind you were in, you wouldn't ride tonight.
he always
That is the worst Irish accent I've ever heard in my life. I just want to put that out there. That is the absolute worst Irish accent.
had his trademark voice. It explains why some actors at that time are so easy to imitate.
If you got any girlfriends with the same problem, bring them over.
And John Wayne
But yeah, so basically what he's talking about there is like how John Wayne, his voice is always very controlled. He controls the scene with his voice and his presence, but he doesn't lose control ever, right? He's mad, but he's not really mad, you know? He's happy, but he's not too happy. He's right in that pocket where he always has the same voice. Kind of skip forward here a little bit.
Any attempt at imitating Daniel Day-Lewis would probably result in simply imitating one of his characters, not the actual actor, because he does them all so differently. The use of complex voice acting not only created more immersive performances, but actors and directors now use voice in more complicated ways to tell their story. It's not always about what a character says, but how and when they say it. Voice shows a character's control of a scene, or their lack of control. I want to use voice acting as a means for analyzing one of the most complicated characters in film, Daniel Plainview in There Will Be Blood. And I think to understand Daniel Plainview, you have to first understand talking like John Wayne.
Just get off your horse and head into the saloon.
John Wayne's big break came in
Side note, while we had Robin Williams up there on the screen, I love Robin Williams, man. I mean, he is probably, I'd honestly say the greatest actor of all time. The greatest comedian of all time. I'll say that. What do you think?
Jumanji, Zathura was like Jumanji. I don't know why.
They're the exact same movie. It's just one has Robin Williams and one doesn't.
Yeah, but Robin Williams definitely killed it in Jumanji.
Oh yeah.
But and then Flubber.
Dude, Flubber's hilarious, dude.
I don't know. I really liked fucking Flubber whenever I was a kid.
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen what's it called? What's the name of the movie?
Miss Doubtfire.
Not Miss Doubtfire, but he's great in that as well. I love that. That was my movie growing up. Dude, was Mrs. Doubtfire. But yeah, man, what the hell's the name of the movie? I know Dead Poets Society, but there's another one I'm thinking of. Robin Williams flick. Come on now, brain. Work it out. Oh, Good Will Hunting. You ever seen Good Will Hunting?
No, that's one of the movies that's like on my list.
Yes, absolutely watch it. But he's in that movie, and he plays a funny guy, but like, I don't know. I feel like that movie was just kind of Robin Williams. I don't know. I don't want to ever say that I ever like understood him like because he's playing a character always. I don't know what the real guy is like, but he comes off so genuine in that role. Like in the movie Good Will Hunting, and it's a great performance, and it really made me appreciate how great of an actor he is. But like we were talking about this earlier too, just how many different voices he does. Like, every character Robin Williams plays has a different manner of speaking, if not a completely different voice. Like, you can tell he's in the genie sometimes, but, like, whenever I'm watching the original Aladdin, I see the genie, I don't see Robin Williams. I just see the genie, Whereas in the new one, I just see Will Smith. I see Blue Will Smith. I don't see the genie. I see Blue Will Smith.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. I figured it out, dude. I could never articulate why I hated... This is actually a huge moment for me, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge moment for me, huge breakthrough. Why I hate the new Disney remakes. And it's because I don't see the character, I see the person playing the character. Like, it's like seeing Samuel L. Jackson in a movie, or Tom Hanks. Like, I don't see, Billy the Kid, or whoever the hell Tom Hanks, or what's his name is playing. I just see him, you know what I mean? Like, I just see the actor. Same thing with Samuel L. Jackson. Like, I don't see him as the bad guy in a movie. I just see him as, oh, that's Samuel L. Jackson. Like, but with Robin Williams, like, unless he's actually on screen and you can see his face, like, he gets so lost in his voices that, like, you can't even tell it's him. It's wild. But, all right, back to the video.
Yeah, 1939 in Stagecoach, and his introduction starts his streak of vocal control. Right from the beginning, John Wayne has a mastery of voice. After a long montage of stagecoach riding, he's the one that can stop the entire narrative with a single command. And notice what else is going on in his introduction shot. He immediately establishes himself as a master of his own movement through his flashy gun turn, the epic push-in of the camera toward his face, and the mythical quality of the background, like he manifested out of the West. Here we see confidence, fearlessness, and mastery, and the whole film stops to accommodate him.
Hey, look, it's Ringo!
The remainder of the scene presents another interesting phenomenon in voice. In 1939, editors were still tinkering with how to cut dialogue, and the camera would stay on a character most most or all the time they were talking, except for John Wayne. In this scene, you'll notice he's the only character that talks while the camera focuses on other characters.
Didn't expect to see you riding shotgun on this run, Marshal.
As he talks, it cuts to reactions, or he talks away from the camera as he approaches the stagecoach. Even in his first big movie, even as Ringo the Kid, and even right at his character introduction, his voice could control the movement all on its own. He has an almost directorial influence on the story. There's a distinct power to talking without being seen, in the same way that a narrator of a story has a godlike quality to them. If they talk while not in view, that means they're still controlling the scene even when they aren't there. In John Wayne's introductory scene, we see two methods of showing control: directing the narrative through voice and controlling the camera. And he's not the only one to control this way.
Why did you go to the police? Why didn't you come to me first?
We actually also hear Daniel Plainview before we see him speaking.
I've traveled over half our state to be here tonight.
Like John Wayne, he shows narrative control in his character introduction. He establishes he's the only one qualified to drill, and when people try to interrupt his narrative, he ignores them.
What is your offer? We're wasting time. Please.
I do my own drilling.
His authority does get challenged when the crowd uproars, but he simply leaves, changing the narrative to what he wants, refusing to not have total control.
Too much confusion. Thank you for...
Yeah, dude, this is something that, like, it blows my mind with movies. Like, I never understood all of the subtle influences of what you see on film. I felt it, but I never saw it. And then I started watching these videos, and now I see it everywhere. You know, like, I owe all of my opinions on movies to these guys. And, like, so my ideas aren't my original ideas. My ideas are ideas of other people's ideas. Like, I don't actually have original thought, but none of us do, so I think that's all right. But yeah, like...
That's what I feel. I feel like that's how we all work.
Mm-hmm. We're just ideas of other people's
like
ideas.
Who came up with the first idea?
Yeah. Right?
Who started having ideas?
So that's when you start getting into God talk, and I don't think Danger Boys podcast is ready for God talk yet. But I will get there. But no, but that's something like, you know, if you hear a character talk off screen, that means that they're still controlling the scene, even though you can't see them talk. Or like, you can whenever like you show someone versus not. I mean, it's crazy all the subtle nuances of movies.
No, there's no confusion. I wouldn't take the leash if you gave it to me.
Even this too.
He even controls the movement of the camera. It stops when he stops, it moves when he moves. After another voice of God transition, we see him get Elise how he wants, shifting the conversation to be about family to win them over. Another way to show control in a movie is through controlling the voices of others. This can be as simple as regulating when people talk.
You mean to insinuate that down, mister?
Or regulating what they're allowed to say.
Put an amen to it. I'm not finished yet. There's no more time for praying. Amen.
We associate...
I don't know what movie this is, but that's my favorite John Wayne scene. Like, funeral going on, everyone's singing. He's like, put an amen to it. That's it. Stop singing. They're moving on.
What people say with what they're thinking, what they believe in, and what they want. If you control what someone can say, you control everything about them.
Say my name.
In any scene, a character's voice can show control in these factors: how voice directs the narrative, how the voice controls the shot, and how characters control...
I don't know. I didn't like that scene in Breaking Bad. You watched Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that scene where he tells him to say his name. Not a fan of that. I don't know. Wasn't my favorite scene. I think I would have... I don't know. I prefer the John Wayne method of doing things, where like you give commands and that's how you control it. But I guess, I don't know, I guess Say My Name is still similar. I don't know, I just was not a fan of that scene.
The voices of others. It's usually a combination of the three.
Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
In reality, everybody wishes they had the control of voice like John Wayne. Even when people disagree with him, he still drives the narrative and has complete mastery of the world around him. He may...
I swear, dude, that... Say what again? Say what again? I double dare you, motherfucker. Oh, dude, actually, there's, so we're gonna skip ahead here. Enough of John Wayne. And then there's another video I want to watch.
Gifted orator, and he constantly questions Plainview's vocal authority.
Offer to you is $3,700.
What is it that brought you here, sir?
Take a seemingly benign conversation Plainview has with Eli Sunday. What appears to be Eli just making a simple request is actually a carefully coded fight for vocal control.
Daniel, may I speak with you?
Yes, come in.
Eli starts with some innocent chit-chat, which Plainview doesn't engage in.
Spirits seem high.
Then Eli chooses to seat himself without being offered. Here we see Eli taking initiative, contrasting his brother's politeness in an earlier scene.
Okay, we'll leave it there. So, basically just so whenever you're watching this movie, There Will Be Blood, it's just one giant fight scene. Every conversation of dialogue is a fight scene. And it's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. But there's another channel I found. It's a Script something. Have you seen this? Script to screen, I think. Yeah, this. Dude, have you ever seen this? The guy uploads YouTube videos. Like, he uploads the scenes and with the dialogue, like how it's written in the scene. Like, we'll do this one from Pulp Fiction. Like, look, you can actually see the screen direction, you know, what the words are. Like, it's actually really cool. Yeah, screenplayed.
In the bag.
That's badass.
Swear. Yeah, it's just like the whole scene, just like.
Open it. Afraid I can't do that.
And you could see how it changed, right? So this wasn't the shooting script. Like, they, you know, on the day they probably had like a very specific script of like exactly what to do. So you could see like, you know, generally, you know, definitely surprised by his answer. He aims the gun, and you can see how the actor chooses to play that. How does this actor play surprised, and can I feel that emotion by looking at his face? Do I feel that he is surprised?
Yes, you did.
Yes, he does.
So we got a vigilante in our midst.
Shoot him in the face.
I hate to shatter your ego, but this ain't the first time I've had a gun pointed at me. I'll take your fucking hand off that case. It'll be your last.
Stop causing problems. You'll get us all killed. Give him what you got and get him out of here. Shut the fuck up, fat man.
It's just such a great movie.
Keep your fucking mouth closed.
Close
yeah,
your fat man.
Basically.
Oh yeah, that's great. But yeah, dude, I love dissecting movies. I'm not great at it, but and all my ideas are just ideas of other people's ideas. But hey, Red, how's it going, man? What do you think of the stream? I said, just a quick reminder, we're gonna be this is actually like us kind of recording a podcast, Red. The Danger Boys podcast. We tried doing it in a Discord earlier, and it just didn't work. It wasn't a good vibe. But I like this one way more. What do you say, Mikkel? Is you liking this vibe more?
Yeah, this one's definitely going a lot smoother.
A lot smoother.
We got more content. Mine was a little more like just my wallpaper for a while and us talking, and you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I feel like you got more of the visual basis covered.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I mean, it's live, you know, we're kind of going off of the, you know, what we're talking about. You can pull things up while we're talking about it. I don't know, I definitely like this way.
For sure. And actually, new command. Don't know when this is going to go live on the YouTube channel. This recording of it, but it's going to be posted there. But yeah, go follow, subscribe to us on YouTube. It's free subscription on YouTube. And that way you'll know whenever this VOD drops, so anything that you missed. Or if you miss a VOD, it's, you know, you'll have it on the YouTube channel. Appreciate the hype, chat, Mikkel. But yeah, this is yeah, we're just gonna kind of be talking about different topics. Just talking about some movies. But yeah, I was talking. Yeah, I love reviewing movies. I feel like if I review enough movies, it'll make me a better writer. I don't know if that's true or not, but like, I definitely know more about movies now than I did 2 years ago. Right. I think as long as I keep making progress forward, because that's my ultimate dream, I'll be honest with you. Like, that's what I want to do, is I want to make movies, but, like, I need to have the, oh, appreciate it, right? I figured you were. But, yeah, I want to make movies, but I need enough capital in order to start making movies, you know? Like, that's kind of when I want to make a lot of money, you know, just, like, in my life, so I can just throw, like, $10 million on a movie. And, like, if it doesn't work, I don't care, you know what I mean? I have enough money to, like, subsidize that. I don't know.
For sure.
So you said you wanted to be, you know, actor, director, you know, do something with the movie biz.
Yeah, that'd be cool to like be a writer.
What would be your favorite? Like, what movie would you want to make? Would you want to make a horror movie? Like, what genre?
I would want to make some kind of sci-fi movie, probably.
Sci-fi.
Some kind of like adventurous, like sci-fi movie.
Okay.
Almost like an Avatar type movie, or like, you know,
with all the special effects.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Because I'd love to see that process. You know, I'd hate to do it because that just looks like a ton of work.
Yeah,
but like,
a lot of money too.
A lot of money, but at the same time though, I'd love to see how it works. Like, I'd love to like sit in on a movie like that, where you know, you just to see how all the CGI is done, like to see how all the editing's done. How do you put a movie together? How does it work?
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. I don't know. For me, I'd want to do a horror movie. I'd want to do a horror movie, but I'd want
I
to do
think
it
it'd be
right.
cool to do a horror movie too.
I'd want to do it. I want to do it right though. You know what I mean? Like don't do Paranormal fucking Activity. Don't do Saw. Do an actual horror movie that's like good. Let me like The Babadook. The Babadook is a great movie. You ever seen that one?
Mm-mm.
Dook. There we go. Babadook. Man, it's a fucking crazy ass name. But yeah, dude, it's like, so it's an Australian movie, and it's about a mother and her son dealing with grief, but it's symbolized by this monster. So like, it's a horror movie. Excuse me. It's a horror movie full of suspense, but there's like no jump scares. Like there's like 1 or 2 jump scares, but have you recovered from that last stream? Yes, I did. Wait, the 13-hour stream? Yeah, I recovered from that. Yeah, that was a long-ass stream. I don't know if I'm ever going to do that again, though. I might. Actually, I might do another 13-hour stream. Yeah, so it's a great movie. It was on Netflix for a while. I don't know if it still is or not, but yeah, Babadook. Because I just feel like jump scares are so cheap, you know? Like, anybody can do jump scares. Like,
yeah,
turn off the lights, make the screen black, and, you know, make it all creepy. Just keep everything quiet. And just go blah and really loud and like flicker the lights or something like that, and bam, you got people scared. But like anybody can do that, you know what I mean? Like that's too fucking easy, man. At least like make it a little difficult. You know, give me a little mind stuff to think about. Like, don't just like spook me and leave. That feels very weak to me. It's very weak sauce. Yeah. Actually, we talked about this before. I want to talk about it again. Antonio Brown back in the league. Got signed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What a gentleman, what a scholar. He's not at all, actually. I'm not a fan of him.
Fuck Antonio Brown.
Fuck Antonio Brown, indeed. No thanks. Yeah, there's an article written by Scott Smith. Tuesday, the Buccaneers officially signed wide receiver Antonio Brown, who averaged 86 receiving yards per game and scored 80 touchdowns in his career. And he threw it all away, man. He threw it all away. So only 2 players in the NFL have more touchdown catches than Mike Evans. Antonio Brown is one of them. I'm guessing Antonio Brown isn't number 1. I'm not too sure. Quentin Bell, they waived Quentin Bell and released to Gray Scales. Don't know who that is. Practice squad, who knows? Yeah, 8-game NFL suspension. Talking about for a couple of weeks ever since injuries to our other guys. When the time is right, we would see if we can pull the trigger and fit him in. They're insane to do it. I want to let you know that. These guys are insane to sign Antonio Brown again. Well, they're 5-2. Brady has 18 touchdowns. Damn. Brady's actually like still kind of killing it, bro. He still has it. But yeah, AB and Ben Roethlisberger just have some amazing plays. Oh, okay. There we go.
Ooh, are you still listening to Rhythm?
Yeah. Yeah, I still have it up.
It sounds so great for background music.
Brett Coleman. Yeah, sorry, dude. I just muted this YouTube video. Yeah, these guys really did have a connection, though. Look at this. Dot. And look at it. It makes 1, 2. Almost made them both miss, bro. Plus Le'Veon coming out the backfield. I just loved watching Le'Veon, like, leave the pocket. It just looks so good. Like, his motions, like, just watch Le'Veon. Screw AB. Like, look at the way he just pops out of there, man. Like, it looks so natural, man. Bell's the one I'm upset about. Bell should have never left. We should have gave him the money. I feel like any highlights against the Browns and the Bengals don't count. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but like, just because you beat up on a JV football team doesn't mean that like your play is impressive. Like, I too could get an 80-yard touchdown pass. No, I can't. I'm just kidding. The Browns are actually full of professional football players who could kick my ass. Even the kicker could kick my ass. He could probably boot me through the field goal. But still, yeah, just an amazing football player. And he threw it all away. Yeah, if any of you guys don't know who Antonio Brown is, used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he wanted more money. He was upset that he wasn't getting the ball as much. Actually, hey B, temper tantrum. There we go. You guys can see him just lose his stuff. But yeah, he was upset he didn't get past the ball, so he freaked out. Yeah, here he is right here, AB. If you watch the replay, AB is wide open. Like, Ben made a bad read for sure. But like, look how open he is. Look how open AB is. But by the time he's open,
holy shit.
By the time he's open though, like, Ben already threw the ball. Like, he throws a water cooler. He ended up missing the last game of the season. He didn't show up last game of the season. See, he's punching his coaches, dude. Like, he's such a diva, man. Such a diva.
See how many points I have.
And yeah, the thing is 12.
Wow.
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, he ended up just becoming a nuisance, and then he left, and he played for the Oakland Raiders.
God damn it, I always lose.
F, dude, F. But yeah, well, we traded Brown to the Oakland Raiders for a 3rd and 5th round pick, and yeah, he said, I'm here to elevate everything around me. I'm just here to be a surge of energy, positivity, and good force. AB phone call, is that still on here? I woke up one morning and this was in my subscription box. Oh, not this one. That one's also a good one.
AB.
Yeah, look, this is a phone call with his coach. With his coach.
Coach is on the line. AB. Coach. Hello.
Yo, what's up, coach?
What the hell's going on, man?
There's a villain all over the news, man.
Is Antonio all right?
He didn't behave like this before he started getting his money.
There's something wrong with AB.
Antonio Brown has been an absolute embarrassment.
You're not a villain. You're the most misunderstood fucking human being in my entire life that I've ever met. I mean, I brought you here because you're my favorite guy. I've never seen a guy work hard. And I don't know where you are in your life right now off the street. All I know is you got a lot of things going. There's a lot of people that have an opinion about you. And whether it be good or bad, you're in the spotlight all the time. Let me ask you this. Do you want to be a Raider or not?
I've been trying to be a Raider since day one. I've been fucking working my ass off harder than anyone. I don't know why it's a question of me being a Raider. Like, you guys want me to be a Raider.
Please stop this shit and just play football. Oh.
That's it, bro. That's it. Josh Gruden said it perfectly, bro. Just stop this shit and play football. Mike Busby only has 16 subscribers. I'm guessing this is going to get taken down at some point. But yeah, I woke up one morning and that was in my subscription box. Antonio Brown posted it himself. And yeah, what a guy. Oh, and so he was saying that, I want to be a Raider, I want to be a Raider. And this is whenever he got released from the Raiders.
Look at Adam Schefter.
The Raiders free!
Bro,
I'm free. I'm free. Like, he's saying he wants to be on the team, bro, but then he does this like 2 weeks later. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
AB's just a scumbag, man. And like, the thing is too, I understand wanting more money, and like, I understand getting mad at Ben for missing that throw. You know what I mean? Like, he was wide open, like, no doubt. But you can't go throw water bottles and throw a hissy fit and like, he threw chairs out of windows, bro. Like, President Boyd, numerous incidents included tossing furniture out of his 14th floor apartment window in April, nearly hitting a 22-month-old child on the patio, getting cited for speeding tickets in excess of 100 miles an hour. That was on McKnight Road, by the way. Which if you don't know Pittsburgh, if you don't know McKnight Road, you can't do 100 miles per hour on McKnight Road. Like, you should not be doing it on that road. Former trainer, you have sexual assault, several domestic violence incidents where where police were called to his house. And also, I know people who personally cut his grass. I know people who did that. AB didn't pay. AB doesn't pay.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, bro, he does not pay. It was like a pain in the ass. And this is like a close person to me, you know what I mean? I'm not going to use anybody's name, but like this is someone in my life who I talk to like daily. Cut grass for AB, never got paid. Or I think he did get paid, but it took forever, dude. Like it was not like a responsible thing at all. Like, yeah, dude, AB is just not a good guy. Not a good guy at all. Great football player though. One of the greatest football players of all time. Just not a good guy.
Yeah, just doesn't know how to fucking. Doesn't have manners.
He doesn't have manners, and like Josh Gruden said, dude.
Manners, bro.
Like he doesn't know how to shut up and just play football, dude.
Yeah.
Just cut the shit and play football. He couldn't do that. He couldn't physically do that.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know, it's kind of upsetting, not gonna lie. Like, cause he had such great promise. You know what I mean? Like, if we had AB right now with the defense that we have, I mean, we'd win the Super Bowl. We'd win the Super Bowl, I'd say at least 3 years. We'd win the Super Bowl for 3 years if we had the defense we have now plus AB and Le'Veon. But it just isn't possible. You know what I mean? Like, Le'Veon makes that impossible. Like, the reason why the Steelers were able to have Ben and Hines Ward and Troy Polamalu and Jerome Bettis, it's because they took less money. It's the same thing with Sidney Crosby in the NHL. Like, Crosby is the greatest hockey player of all time, but he only makes like $8 million a year, which is a lot for us. But for hockey players, that's like nothing. Like, he should be making like $15 million a year. But if he was making that much, his teammates couldn't get paid. You know what I mean? Like, so he takes less money. Everyone on the team takes less money, and it works out in the end. You know, that's how you get a championship caliber team. And like that's what's happening with the Steelers right now because everyone's on their rookie contracts. Everyone's making like $100,000, more than that, but like, yeah, and AB just can't do that. Neither could Le'Veon. Le'Veon wanted more money too, and he's paying for it, dog. His career's going down the shitter. Steelers contracts, 2020. There we go. Okay, so Ben's making, look at that, $34 million a year is what he's making. But
jeez.
Let's find some rookies. So look, Devin Bush is making $4 million a year, which is not a lot for a football player. Villanueva's making $6 million. Minkah Fitzpatrick's making $4 million. $4 million for Minkah Fitzpatrick? Are you kidding me, dude? Like, that's such a steal. Guarantee is $16 million though. Like, Bud Dupree's making 15. That's a lot. But like, TJ Watt's about to be Defensive Player of the Year, and he's making $2 million. $2 million, bro. Like, that's such a steal, bro. Chase Claypool, $164 million. Like,
that's ridiculous.
I swear, but this is how you have a great football team. You know what I mean? Like, this is how you have a good football team, is by having people who aren't paid a lot of money have big games. James Conner's only making $790,000. Like, that's who was starting behind Le'Veon. That's second string running back on Le'Veon Bell's team. And like Le'Veon's like, I want $16 million. And James Conner's like, dude, I'm only making $3 million. Like, that's brutal. That's brutal. But yeah, dude, so long story short, man, like that's why we have the team that we do. It's because our salary cap is, or people aren't taking on huge salaries.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Anything you wanted to talk about? I've been dominating the conversation. I feel kind of bad.
I'm
dude.
like,
no,
I'm
bro.
still a little fried.
It's okay,
like,
dude.
I don't really know what to.
It's okay. I just don't want to dominate and make you feel like you're not, part of the conversation.
No, honestly, like, following along, like, a convo.
Swear,
a lot
dude.
of the time.
Swear. And like, too, it's also nice just to have another set of eyes here. Never been a big football person myself, to be honest with you. Do you watch any sports, Red? Or are you not a sports person at all? What topic do you want to get into, Red? What do you want to talk about? We're inviting, if you guys, I don't know if you guys aren't going to be able to see Twitch chat. So.
Yeah, if there's any topics anybody wants to bring up, just throw some out there,
Swear. But yeah, Red Banner he's a member of my Twitch community. Awesome dude. He's in my chat right now on Twitch. And again, if you guys want to view these live on Twitch or watch me play video games or just follow my Twitch, the link will be in the YouTube description below, but it's twitch.tv/Tappers74. And then, Mikkel, if you want to plug yourself.
Oh, yeah, twitch.tv/whatthehellmikkel.
I swear, guys, follow Mikkel. Like I said, he's a...
Twitter.
Oh,
If
yeah,
anybody wants
Twitter.
to follow my Twitter for, like, pre-stream notifications, know whenever I go live next. It's just at Mikkel Chrisman.
Swear.
That's it.
Those will be in the description as well. Make sure you guys follow Mikkel. He's a great guy, you know what I mean? He's just been working a lot recently, so getting a little tired. I feel that though, bro. Like, my sleep schedule's been all over the place. Like, I've been going to bed at like 4 in the morning and waking up at noon, and then taking a nap from like noon to like 2. And my sleep schedule has just been like, I just get so zonked. You know what I mean? What I really need is a schedule. I need like in bed at the same time,
Me
up at the
too.
same time.
I need to have like I want to get like a stream schedule, like solid. Just, so like everybody knows, like my girlfriend knows not to call me.
Or like,
you know what I mean?
you can call, but like just know if I don't pick up, it's because I'm busy. I'm gonna message you back or something.
During the hours or something.
Right. Man, that's girlfriend life, though. I mean, they fucking love you, dude. Not really big sports fan myself. Never really cared for it. I respect that, Red. Is there any other? What are you into? You a movie guy? You? God damn it! Why'd my voice go so high pitched there? You hear that? My voice just gave up there. God, that's embarrassing. But yeah, are you a movie guy, Red? Or are you a music guy? Like, what are you into? Or food? Dude, I love food.
Oh, dude.
I just had some pierogies for dinner. They were delicious. My mom, dude, she pulled out bacon bits and like onions, bro, sauteed it all together.
Man, that sounds so good. I still haven't even ate yet.
Oh, damn, dude, bro. What you got over there?
I don't know. I think my mom was making something last time I went down there, but
I respect that. Hey, so how do you dye your hair? How do you make sure you get all of it? Do you have gloves?
Yeah. I used this time I used the fucking, instead of the 30 volume, I used the fucking 40 volume, which I think is like the highest. But like, I don't know. Yeah, just like smeared it all in there, let it sit for 40 minutes, and then it, washed it out. It came out like this.
It
It
looks
worked pretty
really
well
good.
this time.
It does look really good.
I think because I used the 40 shit.
Right. For sure,
I'm a
dude.
big music guy. Rock is my bread and butter.
Swear. Do you know the
Hell yeah.
Velvet Underground, Red? Velvet Underground is my favorite rock band. Now, this is gonna get muted for you guys on YouTube, so I'm not gonna play much of the song. Just a little bit. If you guys, you're already on YouTube. If you're watching this, just make a new tab and put on the song. You can listen to it, and then come on back. But let's go. It's like the first ever punk band. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. And am I still sharing, or did I end the stream?
Yeah, it's ended right now. I'm just watching it on Twitch.
Okay. I'm gonna go
It's
again.
a little delayed, but yeah, okay.
Should be window, right? Hold on. Let me pull up the. Let's not do Heroin. Heroin's a good song, but After Hours is like one of my favorites. I should type in underground. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Pale Blue Eyes. Pale Blue Eyes is like my favorite one. me get. Pause that. There we go. Okay, go live. There it is. Okay, it should be up. Okay. So yeah. But alright, yeah, that's gonna be muted for YouTube. So I don't wanna play too much of it. Actually, Mikhail, I just pulled up your stream. Do you have a video? Oh, you have Larry Walters. Oh, bro. Dude, Larry fucking Walters, man. But yeah, I love the Velvet Underground. I know. I remember you saying you were like fuck, dude, I'm trying to remember. You're like a 3 Days Grace guy?
Who, Red Banner or me?
No, Red. What about you? What are you into? What rock music are you into?
You know what? I've been getting into like an AC/DC kick a little bit whenever I was playing some War Thunder.
Yeah.
Such good music to listen to whenever I'm flying like old like World War II planes and shit. Like Thunderstruck is a good one.
Oh yeah, Thunderstruck.
Hell's Bells.
Oh yeah.
TNT.
TNT. Rah. Holy, hey, yo, they toured with Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Pulled a knife on Malcolm Young, though it was a silly flick knife comb. Cool. Yeah, 3 Days Grace. I don't know any 3 Days Grace, to be honest with you, Red. I kind of know their songs.
Pretty good.
If I listened to a few songs, I'm sure I'd recognize them. Okay, so again, this is probably gonna be
Never Too Late's good.
Never Too Late.
You'll probably recognize this song whenever.
I think I missed it. Damn it! Look, I swear it's the kid. I just need to see his face. God damn it!
Does
Look,
it ever show his face?
It does. It does show his face. Trust me, it does. I've seen it. Yeah, I mean that's not close. Yeah, there it is. Hold up. It kind of looks like Doral. Or Coral. Looks like Coral.
Yeah, but this was like.
Right. No, it's not the kid from American Horror Story, but I thought it was. Let me pull that up. Kid from...
I love this song too. This is
so
definitely a good Skyrim song.
So get ready for someone talking. Yeah. Oh no, it's not. It's definitely not this kid. Definitely not the same person. That.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not the same person. But it looked like I'd look. I thought the resemblance was kind of close.
He plays Quicksilver.
Does he?
X-Men.
Evan Peters does. Is that his name?
Is it Evan Peters? Oh yeah, I guess so.
Even, yeah, there he is. Good work. Peters. Oh. You say Ant-Man?
X-Men. Quicksilver. He's like the fast guy. He's like basically Flash.
Swear. Okay, so the song is called Break. Okay. So like I said, we are recording this for YouTube, so I'm not going to play much of it, but I will play a little bit. There'll be, I'll do something. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. Just because I don't want to have too much dead audio. But Break. Okay. It's a really good song. I like that that guitar build up. It's actually really nice. Well done. Yeah, I enjoyed that song. Yeah, but I can't believe I don't know like any three. I didn't even know. I think it's because it was Three Doors Down, right? Yeah, it was like the 3 bands, bro. And I was just a fan of Three Doors Down.
3 Days Grace. 3 Doors Down.
Swear, I was just a fan of these guys instead of 3 Days Grace. I just thought they were the same person. Turns out, completely different bands. Yeah, Not My Time. That's a good one. When I'm Gone. I'm here without you, baby.
Yeah.
And I dream about you all the
Kryptonite's a
time.
good one, actually.
Yeah, sorry. Kryptonite's a good one.
That's a good one to learn guitar.
Mississippi, I
Shit.
didn't know that.
Is it okay if I run down and grab a drink real quick?
Yeah, but no, hey, by all
Grab a
means,
cigarette?
dude, by all means.
Alright, be right back.
Do not let me stop you. Yeah, bro, that's a good song. Love Kryptonite. Oh yeah, good song, good song. This is something I loved looking at. It's like the band's histories and like what you know, how they got started. With they toured with Nickelback. This EP, another 700 miles. In Chicago, Illinois, another 700 miles has since been certified gold in the United States. In addition, touring some 3 hours down hit singles in their previous 2 albums, EP has contains a version of. Very cool. The third wave was an experimental social movement created by high school history teacher Ron Jones in 1967 to explain how the German population would accept the actions of the Nazi regime during the Second World War. While he taught his students about Nazi Germany during his contemporary world history class, Jones found it difficult to explain how the German people could accept the actions of the Nazis. Over the course of 5 days, Jones, a member of the SDS, what the hell is that? Students for Democratic Society. Not too sure what that is, but he's a Black Panther supporter, conducted a series of exercises in his classroom emphasizing discipline and community. As the movement grew outside his class and began to number in the hundreds, Jones began to feel the movement had spread out of control. He convinced the students to attend a rally where he claimed the classroom project was part of a nationwide movement. The announcement of the third wave be televised on their about movement of fascism. Holy cow.
Alright, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
Hey, welcome back.
Y2 cameras. Well, I'm here.
Swear Cat. Welcome to the Danger Boys podcast recording. Yes. For the people watching on YouTube, I apologize, but we're going to explain
follow,
this
I
at their
think.
time. Hey, let's go, dude. Shout out to Mikkel. Thank you guys for the follow. So we're recording the podcast right now. This is going to be on YouTube in a few days. So people will be able to see me and Mikkel chat. We tried recording the podcast in Discord, and shout out to Red. What a gentleman. We're kind of recording podcast with Twitch chat and us two together, able to look at each other's faces, and like you guys be able to see our faces as well, action and reaction. As a stream on YouTube, it's not streaming on YouTube, but it will be uploaded.
Yeah, it's just gonna be live on Twitch and then uploaded on YouTube later on.
Yeah, and it's this way, like it's come watch us stream on Twitch.
Might have like a highlight channel too, maybe at some point.
Oh, swear, like our
in
best
the
moments.
near future.
For sure,
Yeah.
dude. If we get something really funny.
Once we get enough streams going to where like there's clips.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Might
for sure.
have some content there too. Let's get a little raffle going.
Oh, good call, good call. But yeah, so I'm reading up on that blue armband experiment, and this is a different one. But this teacher, Ron Jones, he started off days with like telling kids to like very strict sitting, very like he had to like drill the students like who were like seniors, but like still he drilled these kids, like made them do like workouts and stuff. Strict classroom discipline by emerging as an authoritative figure and dramatically improving the efficiency of the class. Like,
Hey, other dude, can you tell me about yourself? I'm actually What the Hell Mikkel, if you
I guess where? Yeah.
if you don't know already. My Twitch.
Yeah, that's
hey, thanks, Tab.
That's Mikkel. And then
yeah. But yeah, you've probably seen me in some of his playing some Phasmo with him in some of his streams. Probably, seen. I don't know if you've seen any of mine already or not, Tab Dub. But yeah, my hair is also bleached now, so I might look a little different too.
True.
Bleach,
But
bleach gang.
Swear.
Yeah, I swear I watched your streams. Did you change the looks? Yeah. Yeah, just recently dyed my hair. Or bleached it.
But yeah, dude, so apparently this teacher, he basically made his students act like Nazis. Is your actual name Mikkel?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like he made them act like Nazis to prove like how people living in Germany could like accept Nazi rule. You know what I mean? Like, so like he had them doing like basically like not like Hitler salutes, but like, you know, doing like you like saying hi to people with salutes and shit, and like took on its own. The students from all over the school were joining in, so people were like, "Yo, let's go and join in on the Nazi class," like, and then by the 5th day, bro. So he told the kids, like, hey, this is a nationwide movement, and there's gonna be a new president of the United States. Like, let's watch it on TV. And so he put on the TV, and it was an empty channel. And he told them all, the kids, like, hey, yeah, actually, side note, this wasn't real. Like, I tricked all you guys. You guys are a bunch of idiots. Don't join Nazis.
They all like formed their own hierarchy.
Swear. Last name is what the hell?
Oh yeah. Yep, that's my name for sure.
Mikkel, what the hell? Yeah, it's just a crazy story. Actually, do you want to get into? Let's save. Do we save Larry or do we save the other one? Which one do we pocket?
We saved both of them actually.
No, but I mean, what do we save like on the stream? Like, because we could talk about both, but I feel like I don't want to waste one. You know what I mean? And like, we could try it again if the clips are better that you have. Like,
let's get into the Larry one.
Larry?
Let's get into the Larry one. He's pretty interesting character.
Okay. Question to
Larry
Twitch
and
chat.
his lawn chair, guys.
Do you guys know who Larry Walters is? Because Larry Walters is an American hero. Larry Walters is a man who lived. Walters, hold up. Yes, you
Red
do.
Banner says
Let's
yes.
go. Okay, sweet. Do not spoil it, Red. We're gonna get into it right now. So, Larry Walters is a man who wanted to fly, and he did.
American truck driver.
He is an American truck driver. Shout out to him. Yeah, and so on July 2nd, 1982, Larry Walters sat down in a chair and flew up into space. He was a man, and as a kid, he wanted to be an astronaut. You know, he wanted to go up into the sky and he wanted to see what the world looked like. But he didn't know how to do that. And Larry didn't know how to fly a plane. So he was kind of stuck. He's stuck on the ground looking up at the sky saying, how do I get up there? And so he visits an Army surplus store. He walks inside and he buys weather balloons. 42 to be exact. 42 weather balloons. And he buys a lawn chair. And he has a friend named Carol. And Carol's like, Larry, please don't do this. And Larry's sitting there with the pump, pumping up the helium balloons. And then she's like, Larry, please don't do this. Larry's tying the balloons to the chair. She's like, Larry, for the love of God, do not get in that chair. Larry's climbing in. At that point, she's like, well, you know what? I can't stop this man. He's going to do it no matter what. Here's a walkie-talkie. And so Larry, he's prepared. He's prepared. He has a second pair of glasses.
Pretty extensive shopping list.
Oh, swear.
Sears shopping list, it seems like.
Swear. He had an extra pair of glasses in case his fell off. He had a BB gun. He had a 2-liter bottle of Coke. He had a life jacket. He had a camera. And he had a $45 lawn chair from Sears.
Was it Sears?
Yeah, Sears. So he gets inside his chair, and he has it tethered down to the ground. Huh?
And not to mention the BB gun was he planned to have the BB gun with him so that he could that was his method of lowering himself during flight.
Yes.
He would shoot the balloons one by one to slowly lower himself safely.
What a scholar. Indeed.
That was his idea.
He also had water jugs on the chair to help keep him stabilized, and whenever he was like falling to the ground, he could make himself lighter so he didn't fall too fast. So he gets inside the chair, he sits down, and the chair starts going up.
Walters.
And first, the first tether breaks off, and his one friend is like, Larry, please don't do this. And the second one goes off, and Larry just disappears into the sky. And I think this is his flight video here. We'll watch this. I'll mute the audio. Here we go. So here's Larry. Here's Larry in his chair in California. There's his water buckets. There's his life jacket. And the balloons are up there. There's 42 of them. He also has a walkie-talkie too, so he can talk back to the people on the ground.
Staying in touch with a CB radio. Suddenly a cable broke and up he went with one emotion.
And there he goes, disappearing into the clouds. And look at the way he disappears. Look at this. 1 second he's there, and then he's just gone. Look at all those weather balloons. But yeah, Larry Walters wanted to fly, so Larry Walters did. He flew, man. He flew. What a gentleman.
The whole way across the state, too.
The whole way across
Colorado.
So and there's a guy named John Boyce on YouTube.
Or was it Colorado? I
Yeah,
think that was the Balloon Boy.
Yeah, Balloon Boy is Colorado. We'll get into Balloon Boy later. Balloon Boy's a good story as well. Yeah, what is it? Larry Walters.
Could you imagine being in his shoes?
Oh, I swear.
I feel like I know nothing, Tabdub.
I feel like I know nothing. Oh, there it is. Hey, in the Discord right now? I knew it was coming. Hold up, I got it. Exclamation point. Skip. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, if you want to queue up some more
Wonder
Skyrim
what that
music,
was.
I was figuring for that.
Yeah, let me find some.
Okay, but yeah, so here's a video that John Boyce did, where he basically explains the whole thing.
Born. I didn't hear this story until a few years ago, and a lot of people I talk to, especially people my age or younger,
John Boyce. Subscribe to him on YouTube. Subscribe to him on Twitter.
have never heard this story
Good
at all.
guy. Full
And
credit
that
for this
is
video.
a shame. I am delighted to share it with you, but first I want to make it absolutely clear, this is a true story. So, alright, somewhere in LAX airspace there is a Delta jet, right? The pilot notices something.
Oh yeah, Red, for sure. Could I imagine being in his shoes? I couldn't. You know, seeing the world from that high up, I couldn't imagine that. I
Something
honestly
unusual
couldn't.
on the radar, but doesn't know what it is. A nearby TWA pilot sees the same thing. It's not a plane. It's too small to be a plane. One of them radios the control tower and asks whether maybe somebody's skydiving in the area. Something like that. Nope, no skydivers. Nobody knows what this is. And soon they have their answer. 16,000 feet above sea level, there is a man sitting in a lawn chair tied to a bunch of helium balloons. His name is Larry Walters. He's very cold, and he's sunburned, and he has a CB radio and some sandwiches. This was not supposed to happen.
This is the cutter. Get down now. Cut your balloons and come down now. Everyone wants you down now. Can you please?
It would be unsafe. There's houses. It's unsafe.
Contact with airspace.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, dude. Because the FAA was like, you mean planes
On a CB radio.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because airplanes saw him in the sky and were like, what is that? And he's like, dude, you're not supposed to be up there. But yeah, let's skip ahead here. Oh, yeah, so here's his shopping list. So $134 on a multi-tool, $16 on a little lamp, $90 on ready-to-eat meals, $4 on a notebook. And we have to draw the plan, right? I mean, this thing just doesn't happen on its own. Yeah, binoculars. They probably thought it was aliens at one point. Maybe. Got rope. You always need rope. More rope. And then the weather balloons. That dude was a flight chair when he was a 13-year-old boy. I was at Army Navy surplus store, and I saw weather balloons hanging in the store. I thought if I blew up enough, those could lift me. 13 years old. No, it's definitely illegal. It's highly illegal. Yeah. If you go anywhere above 500 feet above your house and you don't tell the government, that's an issue. Because the government owns that above your house. They own 500
Yeah,
feet
you have
above
to
your
have
property.
Airspace clearance.
Yeah, there's a lot you have that
Maybe
goes
if
into
you're
it.
in like an area where there's no like airports nearby,
Right,
you'd be safe.
you
but
get away with it. But like if anyone catches you on radio or on radar,
He
they'll-
was in, and it shows in the video. He was in an airspace. He was in like 3 different airspaces. Like
Yeah.
there's like 3 different airports around the area.
And by the way, this is how high. This is what Larry would have seen. This is what Larry would have seen. Look, I mean, just look at that. It's beautiful. And for anybody, I mean, I guess we're on YouTube, so you will be able to see it. But yeah, I mean, just be able to see the curvature of the Earth. You can just see, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Like, and normally, like, whenever you're this high up in the air, like, you'd be on top of a mountain. They shouldn't have the right to in the air. Well, that's the government, man. That's the government.
It's more about safety and
Right.
Airplanes like need to see the air.
Swear.
And stuff,
This
or else they might have
is
hit it
Larry's
or
plan.
something.
Yeah, here's his full plan. So launch site at his friend's house in San Pedro, California. And then Carol, Larry's significant other, is the financial backer of this operation, having spent between $3,000 and $4,000 on equipment. She will also serve as Larry's ground control chief. By the way, Carol, on the other hand, does not think this is a good idea. She doesn't at once think that, man, Larry, this is the right idea. Let's go do this. But she knows how much it means to him. So he wants to end up at 6,000 feet, 6,000 to 7,000 feet at altitude. And he doesn't do that. And he wants to fly to the Mojave Desert, right? Go from here, get on the wind, go to the Mojave Desert. The Space Shuttle Columbia is scheduled to land in the Mojave Desert on the same day. So he's doing this while there's a space shuttle landing, which is just great idea, Larry. And Larry notes that his objective was not to steal NASA's thunder. Inspiration 1. That's a good name for that craft. Lawn
You picked
chair.
the worst day
Oh
to
yeah.
do this too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so there's that about the jugs being the brake. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what 42 helium balloons look like. His chair's down here, like off the screen. That's massive. Look at that. Look, like for scale, like, yeah, Larry ain't playing indeed. Take a look at his inventory. Yeah, BB pistol. Altimeter, need that. Gotta know how high you're going. The 2 CB radios. Parachute, gotta need the parachute. I wish they understood it's not that simple to land a chair with 42 balloons safely. Oh yeah, no, none of this is safe. Not a single thing about this is safe or a good idea. That's why he has a life jacket. He's
Yeah, or even a parachute at
Right,
that
a
matter.
parachute.
Even just landing in a
Parachute
parachute,
is
you
not
still
easy.
fuck up and break your legs.
Easy.
You still be seriously injured.
You can land in a
parachute.
tree, land on a house. You know what I mean?
If you land,
right?
too.
If you
That's
land,
if you have a good canopy.
swear. Did he pack that thing right? But given
Right,
that Larry intends to land in the desert, this serves as evidence that he's aware of how terribly disastrously this could go wrong. The Air Force people demanding it, swear. Oh yeah, this is where John Boy has a tangent about the chair. This is why I love John Boy's, but it's not relative to
Why is it $110
$10
for that fucking chair?
I don't know, dude. I mean, we can hear him go in.
But it is like a key point in this like story for some
All
reason.
get together and we would put you in a zoo and then we would lawn chair. Forget the
That's when he
money.
get his monologue.
Does a single lawn chair cost $110? In 2015 money, that is $267.
$267 for a lawn chair.
When did this happen?
This was happened in the 80s.
Like, forget the
In the
helium balloons
80s.
for a second. Forget the magical flying lawn chair. If you just buy a $267 lawn chair and sit in it, I will make a video about you. It will be 45 minutes long. It will be like, this is the amazing story of this person
That
who
in
somehow
itself.
blew all this money
Right.
on one lawn chair, which I think might be impossible to do.
So anyways, yeah, so the lawn chair is a point of contention. So yeah, he really does go into this. Like all the writers, the editors, everybody thought that $110 was a fair price for a lawn chair, apparently. Yeah, John Boyce is the only one who recognizes that as an issue. Yeah, and then Larry's trip up. Oh, yeah, here's how high he went up. So yes, you see 500 feet is the beginning of airspace considered property of the federal government, which is a lot. And 1,400 feet is height of the Sears Tower. So if you wanted to build a Sears Tower in your backyard, you'd have to ask the government permission. And they'd probably say no, but still you have to ask them permission to do that. They renamed the Sears Tower, didn't they? Isn't it the Chrysler Building now or something?
I don't know.
6,500 feet. Maximum altitude of stratus and cumulus clouds, Larry did not plan on going above 7,000 feet. That's all the higher he wanted to go. 8,000 feet. 9,700. Maximum altitude Carl reached and up, which it should be known is a fictional work. I just realized that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He would not be able
Larry.
to breathe. He would not be able to breathe up above that altitude.
Swear. I mean, it'd be tough. I think you could if your lungs were good enough, but oh yeah, 16,000 feet.
You could definitely get passed out.
Alright, so this is what Larry sees. Larry Walters, who is sitting in a damn lawn chair tied to a bunch of stuff he bought at the store, has just shattered the world record for highest cluster balloon flight. It won't be officially recognized because the flight was never officially sanctioned because he didn't really tell anybody about it. He didn't notify nearby airports or ask permission from the FAA. He just did it. Now he's higher in the sky than he ever imagined he'd get, and he's ready to make his journey over the horizon, past the mountains, into the Mojave Desert. We're lucky enough to have a map detailing the course of his flight. Let's join Larry Walters on his historic mission.
The wind did not cooperate, so he's just blowing back and forth between here and here. Like he could almost, he almost ended up in the ocean.
Couple airports already.
Oh yeah.
There's one right to the right. There's I think one over to the left. You can kind of see a little small one maybe.
There. There's one over here.
Yeah, I think
maybe
that's
one over here. But
yeah,
there's a ton of airports. Not to mention the airport in the desert where he's planning on landing, where the space shuttle's coming down.
Where the space shuttle, the same day.
Right, the same day.
Where they probably shot flights down for
that. Oh, for sure. As soon as they caught Larry in the sky, all flights had to be grounded.
Oh, yeah. The only thing on their radar, probably.
Swear.
Larry, who has probably conducted more original research on Larry and his flight than anybody. I don't have time here to get to them all, but there are a lot of other really good little details at markberry.com.
Well, that's the amazing. That'd be scary. I'd be freaking out. I'd be freaking out too, but it is a testament to us as human beings that a man can go into a store, buy $4,000 worth of items, and fly. Just go. You know what I mean? Just take off. You don't need rocket science. You don't need fucking a flight engineering degree.
I mean, with that money today, though, you could probably just buy a plane for $4,000.
Right, but no, but I mean, but
maybe
the point
like
is
a really shitty plane, but
right. But like, I mean, the point is like, I mean, the fact that you could do this. You know what I mean? That you can go to a store right now, go to an arts and crafts store, and by the end of the afternoon, end up in space. Like the fact that we can do that as a society is absolutely amazing, and you can. Screw the government. Like, just go do it right now if you really want to. You know what I mean? Like, Larry didn't ask permission. Why should you? Like, without being in the chair, but have a camera on so it can't link to me. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. So it can link to you. Yeah, definitely do this with the camera. Don't actually do this with your... Don't do this at all, actually. Just watch a YouTube video on it and, like, live vicariously through that. But, like, if the government ever told you, no, you can't do something, just do it, man. Just screw them. I mean, not anything bad, obviously.
Be yourself. Just
right?
Do it anyway.
But I mean, like, don't rob somebody, you know, don't stab someone. But, like, if you want to fly, gosh darn it, it's your God-given right that you can fly.
Most notably, audio of Larry's communication. You get to listen to Larry Walters.
Oh, actually, here's the voice of Larry right now.
Try to explain himself to the planet Earth.
Yes, you might want to ask him what color the balloon is. Beige in color and a bright blue sky. This would be very highly visible. Over. Color and size. Size approximately 7 feet in diameter each. And I probably have about 35 left. Over.
Screw the stupid government. And that's the thing about America that makes us so great is we can say that. You know what I mean? Fuck the government. I can say that right now.
Oh yeah, it's so nice being able to say that and not have to get like thrown in jail for it.
For sure. And that's something that
like in China.
Right? Or China or like any of those third world countries or like not third world. China's not third world, but like
communist
and dictatorships. You know what I mean? Like South America and shit. Like, well, back in the day you couldn't say this in South America. And that's all they say, dude. South American protests are like a huge thing. I think they're still going on. But yeah, here's
there, and he's sunburned and he's way too hot. And he's stuck with those 35 weather balloons. He's freezing up there, and he's sunburned and he's
sorry for the spinning image.
Way too high, and he's way off course, and he's worried that if he can even descend at all, he'll drift into power lines and electrocute himself. And that's if he can descend. He popped
Yeah,
out
stick
about
away
7 of his balloons,
if-
but he
if
doesn't
spinning
really have a
messes
way
with
to
you.
pop out any more of them because he doesn't have his BB pistol
Okay, it's safe
because
to look
he
again.
dropped it. Larry's in deep shit.
Yeah, he dropped his BB pistol. I forgot to
Not that
mention
anybody knew for sure how many balloons he had in the first place. Quote, it wasn't a highly scientific expedition. It really wasn't, huh?
It wasn't a highly scientific expedition. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that.
How many balloons are there, Larry? 44?
I believe 44, yes.
32, I think, or 34. Oh, it don't matter. What's the difference? Okay, 42. Over. Keep talking.
42, I think, or 44. It don't matter. What's the difference? Okay, 42. Over. Keep talking.
By the way, remember...
This guy broke into our channel with Mayday. Doug Dixon of Orange County Citizens Brand Radio Club. He said he had shot up like an elevator to 16,000 feet and was getting numb before shooting out some of the
Remember that
balloons.
backup pair of glasses he packed with him? Those came in handy. He had shot up with such acceleration that his glasses just fell off his face.
Okay, evidently I lost my glasses.
Ron, cut him down. You gotta come down if you can't see.
Okay. I respect that, Carol, but that doesn't make a difference. If Larry can or can't see, it doesn't stop him being in a weather balloon in a lawn chair 16,000 feet above the ground. You know what I mean? Like, I respect the hustle, Carol.
Like the birds are chirping, the sun is shining,
shining.
and Larry is going up. That's
Yes.
just a fact of nature at this point. It's just a force at this point.
And there's nothing you can do to stop. His only option is on the ground now. Like, you know what would have been smart? A knife and tie the weather balloons to different parts of the chair, you know, or like have like clusters of them tied like together. So you could cut off like some of them, but not all of them. I don't know if that's a better or worse idea. I don't know. You know what? Larry did it. You know what?
Cut him down.
I've got
Larry did it right.
my other glasses. I can see perfectly, don't worry.
Carol probably feels completely powerless at this point. She sounds desperate for literally any good news she can get.
We got your glasses, did we? We got your glasses and they're okay. Nothing's wrong with your glasses down here. Over.
Well, that's good news.
How do you find his glasses? How do they drop out of the sky? I mean, they had to fall off as soon as he was taken off. Like, how the hell is that even possible?
Hooray! Larry's trapped on a piece of flying lawn furniture that's going into space, but they got his glasses. Hooray!
I'm headed towards, I can see Marine Line right now.
Oh, you can see Marineland, so you're heading toward... Oh my God, you're going towards the ocean already.
Carol's providing valuable coordination on the ground, and she's helping to keep track of Larry.
You can see Marineland, so... Oh God, you're headed towards the
Could
ocean
you
already.
imagine how much worse it could have been
Right.
if he would have went out to the
The
ocean?
ocean.
Nobody would be able to track him anymore except for the air traffic control.
So-
And they would drop him eventually too because
Oh,
he'd
yeah.
go too far out.
So you'd have to get like the... What's it called? The Coast Guard out there on boats.
Yeah.
But I love, if you listen, you can hear Carol's relief that she knows where he is. And then the instant understanding that, wait a second, that place you're going to is the ocean. It's great. You can
Yeah.
hear it. You can hear it.
But they got his glasses. Hooray!
I'm headed towards, I can see Marine Line right now.
Oh, you can see Marineland, so you're heading toward... Oh my God, you're going towards the ocean already.
Okay, you can see Marineland, so you're headed toward... Oh my God, you're headed towards the ocean already.
Carol's providing valuable coordination on the ground, and she's helping to keep track of Larry's location. She knows where he's headed. And
He's up there. We can hear him. Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm going through a thin.
We hear airplanes.
I'm okay.
really
Oh yeah,
sounds like he
yeah.
has
There's airplanes up there too. Like he's passing them. It's quite unrelated, but do you play Clash Royale? I do not play Clash Royale. Mikkel, do you play Clash Royale?
No, I haven't played Clash Royale since high school, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Yeah, well, let's skip ahead. Just this is the general Larry stories.
As soon as we decide.
If you want to get the full thing, which I highly recommend, like even with us right now, watch it again. It's so much better. John Boyce on
which part
YouTube.
it is, some type of charge will be filed. You did it, Larry. You wanted to do it for 20 years, and you did it.
He did it. Swear, Larry did it, man. There's a little monologue here at the end I want to catch.
What he saw that he forgot to take it. He didn't leave a note. His own was fleet. About 11 years after his flight, Larry Walters hiked to a remote part of a nearby forest and took his own life. He was 44 years old. He didn't leave a note. That day in the lawn chair, he never even used his camera. He said he was so amazed by what he saw that he forgot to take a single picture. It was one hell of a view, he said. This is the view from 16,000 feet. It was a clear day. Larry is surely one of the only human beings ever to sit in a chair, sip a drink, and enjoy this view. Not behind a window, safe from the elements, but through the naked eye. If the clouds got out of the way and he looked toward the ocean, he could have seen, just barely, the curvature of the earth. We read it in books and we take people's word for it. He could have sat up there and seen it. He might have seen the world for what it was. That's so literal, I know. But to me, it counts.
He's not wrong, man. And that's the thing, you know. Larry was ready, man. Larry was ready to go. And I feel bad, you know, it sucks. Larry Walters he should be an icon. You know what I mean? Every person in America should know about Larry Walters and his magic lawn chair flight. But not everybody does. And that's a shame. Got a raffle going in chat. But yeah, that's it's such an amazing story. I mean, Mikkel, could you do it? If I told you you had like 1 week to live, would you do it?
Oh yeah, I would definitely try something crazy if I knew I was gonna die in a week.
What would it be? You got a week to
I
live,
don't know.
starting right now. What do you do?
I feel like flying is definitely more accomplishable, like in this day and age. I don't know.
Cause
I mean, I do want to fly a plane at some point. Maybe I would just try to steal a plane.
that's a move. That's a move. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I should have muted myself. I
Bless.
apologize. Thank you. Yeah, doing a big heist, doing like an Ocean's 11 style heist is something that I would want to do.
I heard a guy jump out of a tourist flight because he was going to die, and he was always in pain.
That's morbid. Sad though. So a tourist flight? What's a tourist flight? Like a
Probably like a Cessna flight, you know, like
yeah.
a private, like.
Right. We take like a Hawaiian like tour of the island.
Yeah, probably like a little scenery flight, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, tour by flight.
yeah.
Yep. Just use the exact same words again. Just like flip them around, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." But yeah, no, I think. See, the thing is, I want to do a lot, but I don't want to have to go too far for it. Because if it's gonna take me like 3 days to fly somewhere, like that's 3 days I lost. You know what I mean? That's 3 days I could do something else. And like, just because I'm dying doesn't make the world move like faster or slower. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I just think, like, I don't know. I've never gotten to like fly a plane and like feel the effects of like gravity whenever you're like flying around. Like, I feel like it wouldn't really matter just flying the plane. Even if I crashed it at the end, like, it would still be a fun flight.
For sure.
If I knew I was gonna die.
Right. You could just stay up there forever, you know, until it runs out of gas. Just fly forever, dude. I think I'd climb a bridge. And I'd
Malaysian Airlines. Did you ever you remember that?
Oh, Malaysian Airlines, dude. Good fucking call.
They ran out of gas. Yeah, you wanna gloss over that a little bit. They figured out a lot. They found out a lot of information since then.
Hey, and I know none of it. Do you know it?
I know a little bit of it, but I wanna let you maybe if you wanna look up a video.
Yeah.
What happened to Malaysian Airlines? There'd definitely be a YouTube short doc on it. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370.
1 year ago? 2 months ago?
There should be like... Let me know. That's a pretty good one. 24 minutes.
Yeah, it's long. We'll skip through it.
Just let me know.
Let me know.
Malaysian 370.
My bucket list is to go. Yeah, I think that would be fun too.
Paramotoring. Oh yeah, I've seen those
that'd
videos.
be a really fun like project to get into, like build your own paramotor and stuff. Fly around with it. I know Woody's gamer tag.
Maintaining level 350.
That's awesome.
Malaysian 370. Malaysian 370. Contact Ho Chi Minh 120.9. Good night.
He vanished from position so someone contact and immediately vanished with tilt. Flights to data collected by the Malaysian military.
Oh, you mind pulling it up on?
Oh, for sure, my guy.
It says stream pause on Discord for some reason.
I think it's because I didn't change Windows.
I think you're in a different... Yeah, okay, there we go.
70 was lost. The aircraft had deviated from its scheduled flight path. Prior to departure, the SATCOM terminal had logged onto the satellite network and established a connection with a ground station in Perth, Australia. That station then maintained a detailed record of all the incoming and outgoing traffic between it and Flight 370. This is what it contained. Prior to the flight's disappearance over the South China Sea, everything appeared to be working as intended. Then, at some point during this portion of the flight, the SATCOM link was severed. For whatever reason, the terminal ceased to respond. But 3 minutes after the flight vanished over the Andaman Sea, the terminal requested to log back onto the network. The SATCOM link was successfully re-established and was not disrupted again until nearly 6 hours later, when the flight is presumed to have crashed due to fuel exhaustion. During these final hours, 2 attempts were made to contact the plane via satellite telephone. Both calls were requests. In short, if
my parents say I will die, but I think flying is awesome and all I need is training and a license. I swear, yeah, you get some training, you get some license, you can fly. Yeah, flying is safe. It's actually more dangerous to drive your car than it is to fly a plane.
the ground station had not heard...
Didn't, what's his name? Harrison Ford? Didn't he crash his planes?
From the aircraft in over an hour, it would transmit to Australia,
I know
the
he
Australian
had a near
government.
miss.
Yeah.
There's a video of him near missing. He flew over top of
over the next
747, I think.
And 4.5 million square confined to account for oceanic drift as well as improved estimations.
Okay, so this
of
is them
flight
looking for the
path.
plane.
But this part of the southern Indian Ocean is so remote.
This is like where
it
they
took 6
estimate where it's
days
going to be.
just
Like
to get
that's
there.
where their searches
A
are.
new fleet of aircraft and vessels gradually covered more than 4.5 million square kilometers of ocean.
It was also the most
But Flight
expansive
370
search in history.
was nowhere to be found.
Bigger than the search of Titanic.
That's amazing.
Like bigger than any other search.
Right.
If the impact with the ocean had been sufficiently forceful, it was possible the resulting sound had been recorded by underwater listening devices known as hydrophones. This possibility was investigated,
record
and
the,
4 hydroacoustic
impact.
monitoring stations had recorded something. While the timing and direction of the sound were reasonably consistent with the final satellite transmission, the estimated origin was not. The sound
Holy
was in
cow.
all likelihood caused by nothing more than
That is such a huge area too. Like it could be anywhere in that,
That
area,
area.
the Indian Ocean.
From here
Yep.
to here. Now, the sound did come from here. Like they know for a fact the sound is somewhere in this area. But from here to here, I mean, that's still massive anywhere in here.
That's the estimated sound origin.
Right.
But I think where they really found most of their
Flight
parts was
370
down
was
towards the
also
left
equipped with
side
2
of the Indian
underwater
Ocean.
locator beacons,
Gotcha.
which had a battery life of some 40 days. And as the deadline approached in early April, signals with a pulse and frequency somewhat similar to the signal emitted by the beacons were detected at depths of up to 3,000 meters. An autonomous submersible then spent weeks scanning the seafloor where the signals had been detected, but no wreckage was ever found. And nothing would be found until more than 16 months later, when a discovery was made on the opposite side of the Indian Ocean.
Holy cow, that's by
On the
Madagascar.
29th of July 2015, a group of people were cleaning up a beach in Reunion, a small island to the east of Madagascar, when they stumbled upon this 2-meter-long metallic object covered in barnacles. Aviation experts quickly identified the object as a section of an aircraft wing known as a flaperon. Upon closer inspection, internal markings including dates and serial numbers conclusively ascertained the flaperon belonged to Flight 370. Even though Reunion Island is some 4,000 kilometers west of the search area, and more than a year had gone by since the flight disappeared, the location was consistent with simulations of debris dispersal patterns. There was now tangible evidence that Flight 370 had crashed somewhere in the Indian Ocean. The discovery of the flaperon prompted numerous searches along beaches and shorelines of southeastern Africa, and at least 31 additional items of interest have since been recovered and examined. Some of these items include a section of the outboard flap from the right wing, a piece of cowling from one of the 2 engines,
Holy cow.
a partial door from the nose landing gear,
It's just everywhere.
a
It's
section
everywhere.
of the vertical stabilizer,
That's so amazing. I mean, like, look at all these different places
and a
that it's
mangled
showing up
casing
in.
from one of the embedded headrest monitors. 18 of these items were identified as either likely, highly likely, or almost certain to have originated from Flight 370, whereas only 3 could be confirmed. The remaining 11 could not be identified.
Okay.
There were no traces of an explosion found on any of the debris tested, nor was there any evidence of a fire except for 3 small burn marks on one of the unidentifiable items. The search for debris was further aided by Earth observation satellites. Analyses of satellite imagery from March of 2014 uncovered a number of images which appear to feature man-made objects floating on or just below the surface in the southern Indian Ocean. However, the images were not nearly sharp enough to resolve any identifiable markings, and multiple searches notwithstanding, this debris was never recovered. A satellite image taken mere hours after the final transmission also captured what appeared to be a contrail
Holy
some
cow.
distance away
Look at that.
from the search area. A later analysis, however, concluded it was most likely a shadow from a somewhat linear cloud formation.
And it's a shadow, okay. Fair enough. Oh.
The underwater portion of the search continued for months and eventually years before it
This
was
is wild.
finally suspended in early 2017, by which point some 120,000 square kilometers of seabed had been scrutinized.
That's something else too, is like we don't explore our ocean enough.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So like unfortunately, like these people in the plane, they died and the plane wasn't recovered. But like look at how much ocean we're exploring. Like look at like how much more we know about the ocean now than we did
The search
before.
effort was then resumed by an American salvage company known as Ocean Infinity, but after more than a year of searching, they too came up empty-handed. Unless the final resting place of Flight 370 can be located, it may be impossible to determine exactly why it
excuse me.
crashed. Nevertheless, there have been no shortage of theories. On the day of the disappearance, 2 of the passengers raised suspicion as they had boarded the flight with stolen passports, which immediately prompted concerns of a hijacking. But investigators were unable to link the 2 men to any terrorist organizations, and soon determined they had traveled under false identities because they were seeking asylum, not due to any nefarious intent. Similar suspicions were raised when one of the passengers were identified as a flight engineer, who might have possessed the necessary expertise to take control of a Boeing 777. Apart from the 239 persons on board, Flight 370 carried nearly 11 metric tons of cargo. Among the items listed on the flight manifest was a shipment of lithium-ion batteries, which led some to suspect a fire might have broken out mid-flight. For instance, the crash of UPS Airlines Flight 6 in September of 2010 was the result of a fire that was ignited by a pallet of lithium-ion batteries. Another potential source of ignition would be an electrical malfunction. The crash of Swiss Air Flight 111 in September of 1998 is thought to have been caused by a fire within the
But I mean, look at that, dude. Like, look at how rare that is. Like, the UPS plane crashed in 2011. There's no more examples between then and 2019 that this guy mentions of, like, planes crashing. You know what I mean? Like, plane crashes are so rare.
They do. There are like pilot mistakes, and
Thanks.
sometimes there are like, you know, what do you call? Like you can find a lot of videos if you look them up, but there's probably there's definitely under 100.
For sure.
Like you can probably, you know what I mean? Like there's under 100 videos out there probably.
And how many thousands of flights fly every day? How many hundreds of thousands of flights? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Like
right
the reason they're on there is because of like how little people see it happen. People, you know, put them on YouTube and shit because like
Right.
it's kind of a rare thing to watch.
Oh, for sure. And most plane crashes are safe. Like,
Firing above the
people survive plane crashes.
cockpit. The fire damaged and disabled multiple avionic systems, including the transponders and SATCOM.
God damn it.
In the case of Flight 370, the sudden loss of communication and subsequent deviation from its scheduled flight path might have been a direct response to a fire. The two pilots may have turned back towards Malaysia to attempt an emergency landing at the nearest suitable airport. But no such attempt was ever made. Instead, Flight 370 kept going and remained aloft for another 6 hours.
It couldn't be
Some
the
have
fire.
theorized the crew might have been incapacitated by a sudden or gradual loss of cabin pressure. For instance, when Heroes Airways Flight 522 failed to pressurize in August of 2005, the pilots quickly fell unconscious. Yet the aircraft
sucks.
continued to fly on autopilot for more than 2 hours until it ran out of fuel.
That's
Airline
terrifying.
pilots are of course trained
That
for
one was
such
crazy.
events.
There's a lot
In the
of,
event of cabin depressurization, an
crazy,
automatic
like,
system is designed to deploy oxygen masks
airplane
to give the
crashes.
pilots enough
Right.
time to perform an emergency descent to a more breathable altitude. The data recorded by the Malaysian military radar does indeed contain altitude information, but it is highly inconsistent. In fact, the Boeing 777 is incapable of performing the extreme altitude fluctuations recorded. At one point, the aircraft exceeded its maximum operating altitude by more than
That's ridiculous, bro.
And then watch this, it drops.
15,000
Oh
all the
my
way down.
gosh.
Look at that.
Holy shit.
feet before making a 50,000 feet
Could you imagine
So they
being on a
think-
plane from 60,000 to 4,000?
nosedive. in
They
less
think
than a
it's
minute.
inaccurate.
Oh,
There's
for sure.
a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people that think that it really did dive down like that and jump
There's
back
no way.
up, but it's
There's no
no
way.
way. That's
That-
like in 0.2 sec or like in 2 seconds or whatever.
Right. It's going from immediately from going straight up to straight down to straight back up. Yeah, it's a complete anomaly. That's
They
not-
would have just kept going down and nose dove right into the ground.
Yeah,
if
they would-
They would have been.
There would have been a
max
crash right
speed
there.
or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Over speed.
They'd probably be traveling at close to the speed of sound. 58,000.
Yeah, at that point their wings would have broke off too. It
Oh,
would
yeah.
have been too much. They
Oh,
would
yeah.
not have been able to pull up without snapping their wings.
Thanks. Maybe you could survive a dive from like here to like here. Maybe.
Yeah, you could still level it out from there, but
Not that, dude.
if you're over speed,
Hence,
at that point you're over speeding and
Right.
you can't slow it down.
I mean, that's 50,000
Breaking your
feet
wings.
in like how many seconds?
Create these maneuvers on a flight simulator were unsuccessful, and thus the data was deemed inaccurate and unreliable.
Yeah, I'm guessing it drops off. Like they lost signal here. The data's inaccurate, and then they pick it back up over here. So like it went down, it turned around, and it kept it like that height. Like, you know, the graph should look like this. Not fucking all that wiggly shit.
If Flight 370 did lose cabin pressure at 35,000 feet, and the pilots were incapacitated before descending to a more oxygenated altitude, it might explain why the aircraft remained aloft for as long as it did. What is a bit more difficult to explain, however, are these alterations in heading. Flight simulations have established the aircraft must have been under manual control during the initial left turn, as the bank angle or inclination
that's
of
the
that
thing.
turn was
Right, why did they turn around?
They knew that they weren't incapacitated because autopilot won't make adjustments like that. It'll just fly straight until it runs out of gas.
Right. So, but the question is, so manual controls, but why? Why turn around? Why turn around and why turn again? And possibly a third time. We don't know about this for sure, but like, because like if they did run out of fuel, if they flew up here, realized they were low on fuel, and went to turn around, why didn't they just go straight back to the airport? You know what I mean? What was over here that they wanted to try and hit, and why were they going this way? Like,
You'll find out.
Okay.
of the autopilot. Subsequent
They
turns,
found out a
however,
lot of
could
shit in
obtain
this.
Several news outlets reported that a special investigation had identified the captain of Flight 370 as a prime suspect. A search of the captain's home had uncovered a flight simulator which supposedly contained a suspicious route which ended in the southern Indian Ocean. At the time, there was no official acknowledgement that such a route had been recovered, and a lengthy public report issued by the Malaysian government in 2015 made no mention of such a discovery. Then, in 2016, confidential documents pertaining to a forensic examination conducted by the Royal Malaysia Police in May of 2014 was leaked to the media. These documents made it clear that such a route had not only been recovered, but thoroughly examined. Soon thereafter, the Malaysian government confirmed the existence of this simulated flight path, and this is what it looks like. It should come as no surprise that many regard this.
But why though? Why would you want to fly that?
I mean,
why would
nobody can figure out why, but you can tell, like, they'll tell you who it was and, like, kind of what like, why the bend. You'll, like, the top bend right there will be explained.
But according to investigators,
but the
it is
overall
not quite
plan,
so
nobody
evident.
knows.
The data recovered consists of 7 coordinates, 2 in Kuala Lumpur, 2 in the Strait of Malacca, 1 in the Bay of Bengal, and 2 in the southern Indian Ocean. The data was reconstructed from a file that had been automatically generated and saved by the simulation software a month before the incident. However, it
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Microsoft Flight
clear whether
Simulator
the
X.
coordinates originate from the same flight session. In other words, it might not be correct to simply trace a continuous line between these 7 coordinates, as they could be from separate sessions. The forensic examination by the Royal Malaysia Police simply concluded no activity captured conclusively indicate any kind of premeditated act pertaining to the incident of MH370. Even so, the similarities between the simulated route and the presumed route of Flight 370 directly influenced the search operation. Australian
Oh, bro, that's fucking with me, Brand. Like, watching that, like, the boat go up, like,
yeah.
I felt that.
370.
And there.
Even so,
I
the
felt that.
similarities between the simulated route
I
and the
felt that
presumed
going
route
up.
of Flight 370
I felt how tall that
directly
is, bro.
influenced the search operation.
And then back down,
Australian
bro, I don't like
investigators
that.
considered the possibility of someone deliberately
like that at all.
extending the range of the flight by gliding the aircraft off the fuel exhaustion. If so, the plane could have traveled an additional 200 kilometers. Alternatively, the range could have been reduced by a controlled ditching prior to fuel exhaustion. While ultimately deemed unlikely, these 2 scenarios did affect the search effort. If the captain steered Flight 370 off course with the intention of crashing in a remote part of the southern Indian Ocean, his motive is an even greater mystery.
If he would have
Zahari
purposely
Ahmad
tried to
Shah
crash
was
it,
53.
like if he would have nose dove right straight down and tried to make it quick, the parts would have been burnt.
Oh, for
He
sure.
would have started burning up. There would have been burning marks on it
Right.
from just the high speed.
Right.
And like that can happen. You can literally just ignite your plane.
Swear. What if he poisoned his co-pilot? He poisoned himself, and like he didn't want anybody to get hurt. So he was just like, I'm gonna point the direction of the plane out to the Indian Ocean. I'm gonna take this poison, and I'm just gonna go. And then he just keeps himself. And
they
then,
find out that it definitely has to be a controlled glide even after it's out of fuel and the engines aren't running anymore.
Mhm.
That's how he got max distance too out of it. That's why it was so hard to find the plane, because what other thing are you going to use to make it out there?
Right.
You know what I mean? He
Right.
literally exhausted his fuel getting out there. Like,
married with 3 children. He had more than 18,000 hours of flight experience and a spotless track record. Investigators found no evidence of financial issues, and his monthly expenses before the disappearance indicated nothing unusual. He had no history of mental illness, nor had he displayed any recent changes in lifestyle or behavior.
Oh, those are the people you gotta watch for, bro. The people who don't have this shit, those are the people you gotta watch out for. That's what we call happy people. I can't trust happy people. If you're a happy
too
person,
happy, bro.
I can't trust you. Nope. Mm-mm.
He was raised on the island of Penang,
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, be happy, but don't be too happy, because that's sus.
which has
Very sus.
led some to speculate the flight's second turn to the
This part
southwest
right
of
here.
Penang was the captain getting a final view of his hometown. Some believe a hijacking could have been politically motivated, as Zaharie was an avid supporter of a democratic opposition leader who was sentenced to 5 years in prison mere hours before Flight 370 took off. Others point to unconfirmed reports of marital issues, but this is contradicted by the official investigation and disputed by family members. The only real inconsistency noted by the final report is that the captain...
As long as you know you're sus, Red, we won't have an issue. Red says he's pretty sus because he's so happy. Like, as long as we're on the same page. Oh no, Tapacat. Tapacat just went in on the raffle and lost every single one of her points. Sorry about that,
failed to repeat
Tapacat.
the assigned radio frequency
Another
during
raffle
the
guy.
last verbal communication.
Oh, you got it.
Malaysian 310,
Already on it.
120.9. Good night. Good night, Malaysian 370.
It would have been standard procedure to repeat the assigned frequency as the captain had correctly done a few minutes prior.
370, contact Lampu Radar 1326, good night.
Alright, 1326 Malaysian 370.
Whether this omission is indicative of anything but a mistake is anyone's best guess. By all accounts, Captain Zaharie was an affable and well-respected pilot who was passionate about aviation, as evident by the photos and videos he shared on social media.
Hi everyone, this is a YouTube video that I made as a community service.
The co-pilot was found to be even less conspicuous. Farik Abdul Hamid was only 27 and due to marry a fellow pilot. He had nearly 3,000 hours of flight experience, although only 39 hours in this type of aircraft. Much like Zaharie, Farik had no financial, mental or interpersonal issues of note, nor was there any evidence of conflict between the two of them. Some questioned the plausibility of a pilot-instigated hijacking due to the apparent lack of interference by the other pilot. Well, when Ethiopian Airlines Flight 702 was hijacked by the co-pilot in February of...
I also love how there's always context. Like, so whenever this happened to this plane, like this has happened before, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You want to see a plane crash where the wires touched and there was a spark? Here it is. It happened in 1982. You want to see the plane crash?
There's pretty much a case for like
everything.
Almost.
Right. What if it was something supernatural? I doubt that, Tapacat, but I don't ever rule it out. I really don't.
Could be aliens, man. I mean, they do exist. Aliens are real.
Aliens are real. Guaranteed. 100%.
Government says it now.
Confirmed.
They're admitting it now.
For sure.
I mean,
it is 100%
out there
confirmed.
now.
Aliens are real.
2014. He did so by merely waiting for the captain to take a bathroom break before locking the cockpit door behind him. The co-pilot was then free to divert it.
Believe supernatural is possible. I believe that it's possible. I don't believe that it's probable, but I think it's possible. I went to Gettysburg National Park a few years ago, and I got pictures of orbs. And the thing was, everyone kept telling me, "Oh, those are fake, dude. Those orbs aren't real." And I would take the picture of like outside my house, and there wouldn't be orbs. Like, it's not like the camera's broken. Like, what am I taking pictures of then? Like, I'm not taking a picture of the street light. Like, what are these circles I'm seeing everywhere?
Yeah, like what are they?
Right, if you can't explain them, like, oh, it's just a reflection. A reflection of what? Like, I take a picture outside and I don't get orbs. I take a picture at Gettysburg and I do. Explain that. You fucking can't. So I don't know if it's ghosts. I don't know if it's can't. But, like I don't know if it's ghosts or if it's not ghosts, but, like, something's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Something's up with that. But, alright, back to Malaysia flight.
To Switzerland to seek asylum. The only noteworthy piece of evidence in regards to the co-pilot of Flight 370 is his phone. You see, when the confidential documents were leaked, they also confirmed another long-circulated rumor, namely that a cell phone tower had briefly established a connection with an iPhone 5S belonging to the co-pilot as flight...
I don't think that there can be vampires, ghosts, or werewolves. I think we'd know by now. If there was somebody who could live forever, we'd know. If someone was dying to I mean, unless, like, the vampires, ghosts, and werewolves are, like, the greatest serial killers of all time and just hide all of their evidence, I just don't think it's possible. What about you, Mikko? Do you think there could be werewolves, ghosts, and vampires?
I mean, maybe ghosts.
Maybe ghosts.
But,
government is hiding them? I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean...
Because, if the government had werewolves, we would have used them by now. Like, think about think about the nuclear weapons, right? Like, it took us how long to get nuclear weapons, and then, like, it took us, what 10,000 years to get nuclear weapons, and then 2 years to use them on each other.
I
you know what
definitely
I mean?
think that there could be other things, like, you know,
For sure.
maybe close things to it. But, you know, I don't know about maybe, like, the old, like, you know, vampire lore, like...
Right. There's no
the
Dracula.
Old, like, yeah.
No
or, like, you know, where they have rules, like, they can't be on daylight, or,
Right.
you know, they're gonna get burnt or something, I don't know.
Swear, I'm sure there's people out there who, like, prefer drinking blood. Like, they're just like, yeah, you know what? I like the taste of human blood. And you know what? That's okay. And if they want to call themselves vampires, that's a vampire, dude. I'll call you a vampire if you want me to call you a vampire. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't think, like you said, I don't think there's people going around biting each other on the neck and, like, living forever. Because if so, if vampires are real, I apologize for lying, and please bite my neck. I want to live forever at this age. I want to be 23 forever. Please bite my neck.
Oh, yeah, anything could be possible. You could definitely prove that there are vampires, probably, or, like, I guess a better way of saying it is you can't prove that there are vampires, and you can't prove that there are not vampires around.
Exactly. But alright, Malaysian flight. Let's see how this crazy story ends.
Of Penang. According to investigators, it was not a phone call as has been widely reported by the media, but merely an automatic location signal. Why this information was omitted from public reports, we may never know. So what is one to make of all of this? On the one hand, the simulated flight path seems suspicious. On the other, it is difficult to cast any substantial doubt on either of the two pilots' character. It is equally difficult to deny a hijacking is consistent with the available evidence. Then again, we're missing some quite major and literal pieces of evidence. The final report issued by the Malaysian government in 2018 could not attribute the loss of communication nor diversion of Flight 370 to a malfunction. Instead, it is believed that someone manually manipulated the aircraft and its systems. For instance, investigators believe SATCOM was manually disabled by a sudden and prolonged interruption of power. Then, once power was restored, the terminal simply rebooted. Likewise, the alterations in heading are believed to be the result of manual inputs. With that being said, the uncertainty of these findings are repeatedly emphasized due to the limited evidence available, and the report does never explicitly state the flight was hijacked. In fact, no real conclusion is reached. Both the Malaysian and Australian government agree that Flight 370 crashed in the southern Indian Ocean, but that the cause is indeterminable without the wreckage, the location of which has managed to elude some of the foremost aviation experts in the world, as well as an impressive arsenal of cutting-edge technology for...
So they still haven't found the plane?
Nah, not the whole thing.
More than half a decade. Authors, aviation experts, and independent investigators have all chimed in to offer their own thoughts and theories as to the...
Because once you find the black box, you can have, there's like an in-cockpit, like, voice recorder too in the black box, and you'd be able to hear, like, the dialogue, like, they have transcripts and everything if they found it.
Right. But yeah, dude, my thing is, I mean, the Malaysian government report is not wrong, right? There were manual inputs. In order to make the plane do this, you have to have manual inputs. The plane just doesn't actually do that. If somebody survived, we would have understood more. The sad thing is, Tabacat, is that people might have survived.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Is like
they're
just so far out there. There's no way. There's no hope for anybody to like survive that. Like once you're out there, you could freeze to death. You know, like
shark.
Just
stop swimming. You know what I mean? Like the reason why we were able to find the Titanic, not the wreckage, but the people who sank, was because there was a ship nearby and they were actively asking for help. If anywhere between here and here, like they would have asked for help, they would have known. Like Australia would have picked it up, Malaysia would have picked it up, like maybe even like somewhere over, like they would have known exactly where they went, but they didn't. You know, there was no radio signal at all. So it's entirely possible that this guy was able to like land the plane, get it safely down, and like get everybody off, and then the plane sink and they can't
But there
get
was
any.
debris though, so it still could have wrecked or it could have cartwheeled.
Right.
But like,
I doubt
there
that.
still could have been survivors.
Right. Right. But I mean, so I mean, it's possible that there could have been survivors, but I highly doubt it. But yeah, I mean, like somewhere between here and somewhere out here, like.
Bro, every time I pop in today, you guys talking about some wild
Oh,
shit.
shit. I swear, dude.
Yeah, dude, Malaysian Airlines.
Swear. But yeah, dude. I mean, it's just wild, bro. Like, what happened? Why did it happen? It's one of the greatest. It's gonna be the greatest mystery of our generation. This is the Malaysian flight. It's gonna live on forever. It's our Roswell, not Roswell. But yeah, I didn't know all that. I knew something about the turn, and I knew that they found a piece of the plane, but I didn't know about the flight simulation.
Yeah, they found out who it was pretty much. They didn't find out like what his motivation was though, or like
Right, or why, or like even if it was, I mean, it has to be something that he did. Like, there's no other
yeah, I mean, they
possible-
knew he did it. Like that, you know, obviously the flight simulator thing was in his room and everything. Like
Right.
he had it planned, but they just didn't know why he had it planned.
Swear. If it's a symbol. I don't think so, but maybe it's like a check mark.
Also, like the 2 face cam stream. Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, awesome, dude. Hey, appreciate it. But yeah, see, my thing is, right, like, not a symbol, by the way. Oh, it's an arrow. It's an arrow pointing this way, to India. He actually went to
clue.
India. Holy cow. But no, actually, though, yeah, I don't understand this at all. Like, I don't understand any of it. It doesn't make any sense. No. Nope, not gonna do it. Yeah, I'll go support Lemio. I feel really scummy just like using other people's content and like research. But at the same time though, like, I can't be fucked. Sorry. Reprogram the aircraft's autopilot to travel south across the Indian Ocean. That's what U.S. officials think, or some of them. In 2018, the sister of the pilot said that the safety investigation report on Malaysian Flight 370 showed nothing negative about pilot flying the plane. There were 7 manually programmed waypoint coordinates that, when connected together, they would create the flight path from KLIA to the south, to the area south of the Indian Ocean through Andaman Sea. And also, they were dated the 3rd of February 2014, but they could have originated from different files. So, like, when he's drawing up this flight plan, like, it might not be a line, you know what I mean? Like, it might not be connected together. Like, I think it might just be like this.
No, we're not trying to disprove anything,
No.
Darius. We're just trying to like figure out
like what happened, you know? Like, this whole
Yeah.
thing's such a mystery to me, and it has me very intrigued right now. But in the Wikipedia article, it says that they were dated February 3rd, 2014, but could have originated from different files. So, like, it's not the same waypoints, basically. It hold on a second here. Let me go to. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally pull up where I live. Maps.
I mean, I can drink like Pepsi or something red. I don't have any alcohol, but yeah, I'll drink something.
Hey, let's go. Shout out the red. Okay. Wait, if I redeem either, do you both have to do it or just you? I love it. Okay, so here's the Indian Ocean. Right? Let me screen change windows. Actually, let me just pull up the whole screen. There we go. Okay, so that way, yeah, me and Mikkel are screen sharing in Discord just so that way we can, so that way he doesn't have to be behind on the lag. Redeemed hydrate. What do you want me to hydrate with? So there was a mark here. There's like a mark over here. We can minimize that. Let's pull up Google Maps again. Yep, you. Yeah, so you can see there's one over here, and one more over here. But these could have been different flight paths. Like he could have been coming like a whole thing over to like here, or like another flight path that's going like this way. Like it just because the dots go in this direction doesn't mean I feel like that could be more of a coincidence.
The thing is though, like radar picked him up going that way too. Like.
For sure. Like but yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like I don't know if I saw Ream guys right again. I did see that type of cap. What's going on? Hey, Cripple Ninja. We are chatting about the disappearance of Flight 370. I am, and actually I gotta hydrate. Did you hydrate, Mikkel?
Yeah, but there's another hydrate.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Healthy. Let's go. Alright, so we'll get the whiskey for Red, and we'll get the water for Tabacat. Appreciate that, Tabacat. But yeah, we just watched a video on the disappearance of Malaysian Flight 370. And this is actually going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel for our podcast page. There's nothing there yet, but this is going to be there. Yes, so please subscribe to that channel, and then whenever we upload the channel, upload the podcast, you can catch up on all the things that you missed. Yeah, so we're talking about the flight pattern right now. Never looked at it really. Okay, Mikkel, I'm going to take a shot. You want to give a quick rundown?
Yeah, so basically we found out that the pilot had a simulation already set up and planned for this flight path, just to end up in the middle of the Indian Ocean somewhere, and he happened to fly over what is that, Penang or whatever.
Oh yeah, what up? Yeah, Putrajaya, something like that.
I thought it was
that island.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I think it might be this island right, or is it up here?
Kuala Lumpur.
I think it's here. Yeah, this island right here, or is it down?
Yeah.
It's one of.
Anyway,
I think it's one of these
Penang.
islands.
It's
Yeah, Penang. This island right here.
He flies past Penang. There's like a weird flight path where you can tell it's a manual input. It's not autopilot. I mean, obviously, if it was autopilot, the plane would have just kept flying straight until it was out of fuel. But
yeah, it like flew from here, and then made a quick U-turn, and then came back this way.
Are you guys gonna solve the mystery? No, I mean,
Maybe.
the video
No,
kind of
hey.
already.
Hey, fucking Danger Boys. We solve mysteries. That's what we do. We're gonna solve mysteries. Mikkel, I have found our podcast. It is going to be solving mysteries.
Solving mysteries.
Solving mysteries. Solving mysteries with the Danger Boys. But no, okay, I'm sorry. Please continue. Didn't mean to cut you off.
But yeah, I mean, the video kind of went over like what happens. We just don't know why it happened. We don't know like why the pilot decided to do this. They still haven't recovered the black box, but they recovered like some parts, some debris from it. But they don't know where the entire plane is still. Can I be Scooby?
If you want to be Scooby, you can be Scooby. I'll be your Shaggy. Okay, wait. Now we gotta be some people, right? Like, wait, you have blonde hair. Your hair's more blonde than me. You can be Fred. And that makes me either Daphne or Velma.
All right, gang. Let's split up.
Let's split up. Daphne, you're with me. But yeah, no. So it's very weird, and like everything you look at, nothing is conclusive. So they found, we're gonna solve unsolved mysteries. Yeah, and we're the first people to do that. There's no one else in the world who does the Unsolved Mysteries show.
Tabs is Daphne.
But they found parts of the plane like over here on the coast of Africa and like over here and like up here. And some of them are 100% confirmed, like from the plane. So somewhere he flies up past here, turns here, and starts heading this way. And somewhere in this area, the plane probably went down. For all we know, he made 3 more turns and he could be at over here, or, you know. So nobody knows exactly where the plane landed.
Most of the debris ended up to the left a little bit though by Sri Lanka or whatever.
Yeah, it
Sri
ended up here.
Lanka.
And like Madagascar. Where's Madagascar at? Oh, over here. Yeah, it ended up over here. So the flight took place over here. I mean, just to see how big the Indian Ocean is, like an area that they lost this plane in. Like, I mean, basically this entire area where I'm from like Australia, Indonesia, Thailand, India, Madagascar, like somewhere in this area is the airplane. But like now, like the ocean currents are moving, right? So like the ocean currents are going this way, they're going that way. Like, so the plane could have crashed here and then moved the parts all the way over here and like spreading all the rest all the way around Africa. So like it's really impossible unless we had a map of the entire ocean, which we just don't have yet. We don't have that technology, which is amazing to think of. You know what I mean? Like we can stream at the same time. Like I have our cameras on the same stream, like do all this fucking, all this technology stuff, but we still don't know the ocean floor. Like that's wild to me. But anyways, back to the topic. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, man. Like what could have caused him to make those ridiculous turns? I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. It's very bizarre.
But yeah, man, so I think it was fun. Is it cool if you think is it cool if I wrap it up a little early?
Yeah, not a little early, bro. We've been going for 2.5 hours, man. Like, I mean, come on now. That's a great fucking
2 hours.
That's perfect, actually. If we can keep it
Hell yeah.
around 2 hours, I think that'll be perfect podcast length. So, yeah, I guess we want to end it. You want to wrap it up? You want me to?
Hell yeah. I don't know. I feel like you're probably better at it.
Bet, bro. Come on. Try it. Give it a shot.
This has been the fucking Danger Boys podcast, guys. There's gonna be a lot more, I guess. We're gonna edit it and shit a little bit, put it on YouTube. But hey, follow our YouTube.
Got you.
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
Hop in the Discord too if you want to know more about it. You want to know more updates and everything.
I gotta get your Twitter as a command. I'll have that for next time. I'll have your Twitter as a command.
Hey, hell yeah, dude. But yeah, my handles are Mikkel Chrisman, at Mikkel Chrisman on Twitter. Twitch.tv/whatthehellmikkel.
And then my Twitter and Discord are in the chat right now. If you guys want to go ahead and head over there, drop me a follow. I think most of you guys already do, but people on YouTube, they'll be in the description. But Twitter is TapRap. And then if you guys want to watch these streams live, make sure you follow me and Mikkel on Twitch, because we're gonna drop it on you guys. Like sometimes it's gonna be on mine, it's gonna be on Mikkel's. Like this is a special thing. You know what I mean? Like watching the streams live, that's a special treat. You guys definitely gotta check it out. So follow us both on Twitch. And yeah, I think that's it, man. So I'm gonna end the stream just so I can save the VOD as 2 separate VODs, but I'm gonna come back streaming. I don't know, I might play some DayZ. DB, what are you up to? I see you in chat. And yeah, DB, this is the podcast.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm probably gonna hop on some DayZ with you. I just want to get something to eat, you know.
Sounds good. We'll end the stream.
Talk to the girlfriend for a few and then hop on.
For sure. Peace out, dude. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna end the stream, and then I'll be back up. Harry Potter, gonna after that. Sounds good, dude. All right, guys, give me like 10 minutes, something like that, and peace.